I didn't sell out, son. I bought in. Keep that in mind.
Welcome to the Independent Characters episode 276, I think.
276?
Is that what it says on the notes?
276.
That's what it says on the notes. 276. This is Carl.
This is Adan.
This is Josh.
And we're coming to you from the Astronomicon. After having attended Adepticon, we got back. We're about a week out from?
Yeah, week and a half.
Week and a half out from having been there. Finally recovered. First things first, I didn't get sick this year.
I did not. I didn't lose my voice. I didn't get sick.
Your voice was going there.
Your voice was
Sunday
going.
it started going because it was so much drier. Last year in Milwaukee, I also did not lose my voice. Every year in Schaumburg, I lost my voice.
Yeah. How about you? Did you
I
succeed?
I wear my mask a lot more than a lot of people do. So yeah, I was good.
Wore my mask on the plane.
On the plane, I did. Yeah. Yep.
I used a lot of sanitizing lotion.
Yep.
You know, and we were just cautious, but for the first time, like every time, because the air.
I mean, the fact that you refused to shake anybody's hand, that was part of it.
I do fist bumps. I shook some people's hands.
I'm
and then
kidding.
I immediately
I'm kidding.
used the sanitizing.
No offense,
but I don't want to get sick.
It's not worth getting sick.
I've come back from that thing so sick before that it was just, I was miserable. But this year, neither Shell nor I got sick, but it was incredibly dry.
Yes.
And you spend all the time in the convention center and your hotel room, and
except when it was
occasionally
raining.
Go out. Even in the convention center
rain.
and hotel,
It's a dry rain.
It is.
It was still dry compared to. I live 5 minutes from the ocean. It was a dry rain.
Yeah, it was a dry rain.
But my point is, you're indoors all the time. It's that recycled air,
yeah.
and it's just like we were constantly putting on like lip balm and stuff, and but every time I'd get like an itchy throat, I'd be like, "Oh no, man, I'm getting sick," or is it the dry?
Just the dryness, thankfully.
And then we'd go outside to go somewhere, and I'd feel a little bit better, and then I don't know that there's an answer to that. I told Shell we should bring a humidifier for the
flex
hotel
table
room.
Oh, for the hotel room.
For the hotel room, right? And just
that's not
a bad idea.
Yeah.
I gotta
throw those lozenges, the Ricolas.
I will throw a bag of them.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's not a bad idea.
Probably the only reason I still had a voice.
But man, like what an event! I can't wait to share with everybody. You know what we did, and
Spoiler alert.
what was the spoiler?
What a great event
It was.
Yeah, no, I know.
Look,
I know.
Oh, that's right. Okay, so actually, I was in there's like a judges chat thing of all the judges for 40K that I'm in, and there's like the paint team chat I'm in and all this, and I mentioned to them, "Oh, we're going to be recording tonight, and we'll release the episode shortly. It's all about Adepticon," and they're like, "Oh yeah." And somebody said something. I go, "Yeah, just gonna tear it all down. We gonna put those overlords in their place."
Yeah.
No, I mean, like it's a fantastic event.
Yeah,
it's an absolute,
it really is.
Oh, this all came up because there was a Reddit thread where somebody was complaining about some stuff.
It's Reddit. Of course.
Well, and the problem was
That doesn't sound like the internet.
the guy was complaining, fine, but the other problem is people jump in on it. Like it's the internet, so people jump in on it that weren't even at the event.
That's what I don't like.
And then they're like, "Oh, well, I heard it was bad," and it's like, okay, if you say so, But so finally, I brought their attention to it, and then Hank and Matt went and not Weeks, but Matt, the tournament runner, went and formatted a response, and to their point, the response wasn't to the guy,
Right.
It was to everybody watching,
Right.
and it was a great response.
So Carl, was wondering, is this show supported by anybody this time?
Yeah, what a professional.
What a pro.
This show is sponsored by Peter Bizarro and Russell Tassiker, two of our Patreon members who we absolutely appreciate your continued support.
Yeah.
Do you appreciate that?
Yeah, it's keeping us going and it's got us new headsets.
Yeah.
Which I'm going to return because I don't like those ones. I ordered
It's so
4
weird.
of them.
They don't quite fit over your ears.
No, like
it's
these fit over your ears, even though
they're falling apart.
They're yeah. So I ordered a box. I got 4 of them. I put them on. I'm like, nope. And then I had Adan try it, and Adan's like, it feels weird on your ears. I'm like, I'm returning these.
Not actually over ears.
Yeah. No, we'll get better ones. So maybe I'll not get them through Amazon. Just go to like Guitar Center and find some there.
Sweetwater.
Sweetwater.
That's what I should have gone to.
That's where I got all my
That was your
awesome.
first mistake.
You know what?
Yep.
And my last.
Yeah.
There you go.
Never making a mistake again.
Done.
Episode 275. Anyway. Oh,
that was a mistake.
Okay. Hobby Progress Challenge is still going strong. Shell is tracking everything. I have talked to many vendors at Adepticon as well about prize support. We've got some it was not hard. Like once we explained the show's been around 15 years, 16 years. Here's what we do. They're like, most of them were like, yeah, how can we help?
That's awesome.
There is one that kind of pushed me off. They're like, oh, write our customer thing. I'm like, that's what I wrote last time. Never heard anything back from. So I'm like, cool. Not going to bother.
But it wasn't Pubicle 7.
It was not Pubicle 7. I should reach out to Pubicle 7. Cubicle 7's been awesome.
Yeah. They'll probably the sign off of that one. Cubicle.
Cubicle 7, the guys who have done a bunch of role-playing games in the 40K and fantasy, Age of Sigmar and Warhammer Fantasy Universe, put out great products.
Yep.
I should reach out to them.
Yeah, that's a great idea.
Okay, so this episode, I already mentioned we're going to go over everything that we did at Adepticon and what we saw and heard and who we played. So let's get into Elite Choice, and let's start with Josh.
All right.
I like how I looked at you, Adan, and
I saw that. It was like a no-look pass.
That's a tease.
It's a no-look pass.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Look.
It's like Carl not even looking at the dice when he rolls, and they're all ones.
Why bother? No, they're not. They're twos because ones I would
ones
be able to
re-roll.
Okay, so I went with Bright's Corsair. This is from the Discord here, and this is just an exquisitely painted Corsair Eldar.
Yeah.
Really nice paint scheme, black, red, magenta, yellow, really nice edge highlights on the black there. The face is incredible. If you look at the
the jewel on the strap is nice too.
Yeah, the jewels, multiple jewels with the soul stones.
Yeah, the
There's
jewel on the strap is
four on the front right there, and then the face for me was really what did that. Just really, really nice tonality built up from the shadows to the highlights and the recess of the eyes. And the eyes are really well executed. So it's just fantastic paint job. So
the eyes are really good. Like,
really.
As I look at the picture of the head against his hand there. Wow. Yeah.
There's even like
I don't even bother.
A little light reflection in the eyes there, showing the glossiness nature of them. There's just a fantastic execution.
Even has the JD Vance eyeliner.
Let it go. I'm gonna let it go.
Yeah. All right. Fantastic choice.
Yeah.
Fantastic choice.
I can't wait to see more of this force.
Cheyenne. All right. Go ahead. What's yours? Adan?
I picked Cheyenne's avatar.
He painted this, right?
Yes.
Okay,
Yeah.
just double check.
Yeah, no, he painted this. And
I know he's a good painter.
So this is the model that we painted in the class with Caleb.
Yeah, I thought that was the case.
And so all the glow effects, it was actually really interesting. We got to play around a lot with fluorescent paints through the airbrush. And so all the flames and things have those effects. And so part of the reason why I picked this, and one of the reasons it stood out to me so much, is that I was painting the exact same model. And mine don't look like that.
Cheyenne did
he did a really nice job. And
You guys were in the same class.
I know.
Here's the thing.
The way he finished.
The reason I was like, did Cheyenne paint this? Is because Cheyenne also commissions a lot of stuff.
No. I was there.
But this look, no. And what I'm saying is,
That's
it's
a compliment.
painted so well.
Yeah.
It's a compliment to Cheyenne.
Yeah. But no, I really like the way that he did the weapon, the light to dark and stuff on the weapon. And I used the same head on my avatar, but the hair broke off. So
No.
the fact that the hair, he's got that on there. And we actually, that was part of what we played around with in the class, was painting the hair as well. So really nice the way he finished the things off.
That's great.
Caleb spent some time showing us how to do gems and things like that. And so he took to the instruction much better than I did.
You remember when the hair on the avatar was metal?
Yes.
and it still connected like that?
Yeah.
And it was like, how does this stay on?
You had to pin it.
You definitely had to
Yeah,
pin
to pin it,
Yeah. This looks fantastic.
Yeah.
Nicely done, Cheyenne.
Yeah.
Nice.
Yeah, it looks really good. The only thing I would say is the bloody-handed god, the blood on that looks a little flat. So my note to Cheyenne would be push that a little bit further because the rest of
the blood
is fantastic.
dripping off the forearm. Yeah.
It could just be the photo also, but everything else looks incredible. So that's like the one thing for me. It's like, oh, that looks
way
a
to
little
be a
flat
downer,
there.
Josh.
No, I like that. That's saying that model is phenomenal.
Yeah,
so.
it's a great model.
All right. My choice is Ned Teef or Ned F. Teef in our Discord. And his kit bashed, he said when Forgebane came out, he kit bashed this, but it's it's one of the
Armigers.
Armigers.
Yeah.
That's the word I was looking for. I keep when I say war dogs because they're
Yeah.
chaos. Armigers, but it's kit bashed with Necron shields and plates from the shields from the
and even the eye is
Lichguard.
Lichguard.
Even the eye is from Necron model too.
Yeah, this is a fantastic conversion. And here's the thing: when I saw this, I don't even know what he's playing it as. But when I saw this, I was like, "Oh, Aaron needs to see this," because Aaron's the kind of guy that he sees this, he's like, "Oh, I want to do that."
Yeah,
And
I
think he
actually
might
don't
like
believe
this.
Ned did this because it's not an Ultramarine or a Word Bearer. So I don't believe Ned did it.
Fair enough. I do. You know what? Here's the other thing I'll throw out about Ned.
Yeah.
I appreciate that everybody that joins
He says
the
hello.
Discord, he is the first one to
Yeah.
jump on them and say hello.
And
ask them
who's the
about
best
Lorgar.
Primarch.
And push the word of Lorgar, but I do appreciate
Yeah.
that
Yeah, it's
Ned
nice.
That's a great welcome wagon.
Yeah.
makes it a great welcoming committee. So
Yeah.
3, I think, excellent choices, and it's painted super well. Like it
Yeah.
looks solid, man.
Talented fella.
Very cool. 3 picks, 3 excellent picks. And what we're going to do is we're going to take a short break, and we're going to come back, and we're going to go right into the Workbench Hobby Progress. So we'll be right back. All right, and we're back. Let's launch right into Hobby Progress. I'll steer the ship. I'll go first.
Yeah.
Purchases still count.
I have not counted purchases in a long time, and then Adan came back and he's kind of dragged me back into the fold.
Oh yeah, blame me.
Yep. But here's the thing.
I've done modeling this time.
Okay. In bikinis?
Well, I mean, that's on the OnlyFans.
Okay. All right. Anyway, speaking of OnlyFans, I am only a
You have to be
fan
the
of this new
diamond member
Defiler
Patreon.
model. And I have
Smooth.
I wanted 3 Defilers.
Yes.
You see how fast those things
That
sell
was
out?
good.
One for
Yeah.
each army.
It was like 14 minutes.
Yeah. So
In the US.
I pre-ordered through Sky. Sky sent out the email before the invoices that said, I ordered 222 Defilers. I received 16.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
That is like, that just shows you like how an independent retailer can place a tremendous amount of orders. And then basically what he does is he emails everybody who pre-ordered and he says, listen, here's the reality of the situation.
Yeah.
I placed this order. This is how many I got. If you receive an invoice, you got one of the
Well,
pre-orders.
it's the I mean, even the shops themselves get allocated, short allocated.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, to a degree, I understand. Like they don't know how popular something's necessarily going to be.
So the first run's going to be shorter.
yeah. They'll print more. I mean, it's fine. But here's the thing. So I did get one.
Yeah. Yeah.
I needed one for the Thousand Suns, one for the Night Lords, and one for the Black Legion. Let's be honest, I probably need more than one for each. But
you need 3 for you actually need 9.
those rules were sick, which is Zeech's
The rules are
number.
really good. Yeah.
Yeah, the rules. They're going to get nerfed. They're too good. So anyway, I did get one. I'm going to do it Black Legion, so I'm going to use it as my practice one.
That's right.
And then my next one's going to be the Night Lords one with the lightning and stuff
Right.
for Shell because I'm going to enter that in Golden Demon.
Yeah,
Now,
you are.
I'm not going to win a Golden Demon. Like hands down, I'm not going to win one.
But
I want to put one in there, and I
Right.
want to really
push
push
yourself a
myself.
little bit. Right.
And I
Absolutely.
think that scheme that Shell and Caleb and I came up with,
Yeah.
works really well, and I can do the lightning quite well. So it'll be at least
striking.
it'll get looked at.
It'll look good. Yeah.
Yeah. So that'll be my second one, and then when I
Speaking
get
of
when
some
I
of the Golden Demon winners this year, Wow.
Yeah. When I get a third one, then I got to send that off to Colin. I can't.
For the Thousand Suns.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I also ordered a box of mutilators after we crapped all over them. And then
The new models are way better.
the new models
They're very nice.
super cool looking. Yeah. I mean, we'll see what role they fulfill in the army for me, but I'll find a way to put them on the
Especially in
table.
11th edition.
I mean, you enjoy Assault though, so I think you'll have fun with it.
Yeah.
Because this is the first show we've recorded since they officially announced 11th edition.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
Yeah, I mean, we knew it was coming.
Right.
Yeah.
They
It's about what I expected.
Right.
Like not hugely variant, but some interesting changes. So yeah. Okay. I also pre-ordered that new book set, the Armageddon.
Eye of Terror?
Yeah, the Eye of Terror one. Because Apocalypse rules in there just after we talked about how
we talked about that being dead.
So whew, all right.
We're on a roll.
And then I spent a bunch of time prepping for the 40K Flex event at Adepticon.
that was time well spent because
it went well.
By all accounts, it was a fantastic event.
Yeah. I've heard nothing but very
Smooth
positive
like
stuff
butter.
about it. We used Longshanks, which is the pairing software written by Sam, who works very closely with Adepticon for this stuff. And this allowed us to pair up people who wanted more competitive games, more casual games, or they were open to either.
Right.
And that worked very well. So, and the reason I know that worked well is because people who wanted those competitive games, like they came away going, yeah, we had a great game, there was like one or two cases where somebody was like, well, I played somebody who was like, this was like their second game, and I'm like, maybe we need a category for
Newbies,
super new. I don't know. I don't know. It's a tough.
It's always hard for events, for like being a new person at an event. Like it's a great experience for that person to go and learn a bunch of games, but it's not necessarily the great experience for the opponent on the other side.
Yeah.
So it's
but yes, and I think that if there's a way to indicate, I'm a new player, and you have folks who are willing to take on new players, like I have no problem playing.
That's actually a good point. But what I wouldn't want to do is pair a new player against a new player, right?
No, for sure.
But your point is a good one. Like if I can put a tag next to people who are willing to play a new player,
I'm a mentor.
I like this idea.
Yeah. Because
maybe they get an extra entry in the drawing for prizes for doing it.
Yeah. Because it's
I like this idea.
I think it's fun to bring new people in and tool them up for it, right? And so,
no, Adan, this is a very good idea.
Thank you.
Very good idea. Where'd you steal it from? No, I'm kidding. No. In all seriousness, thank you very much. I think that's, and I'll talk to Sam, and Sam can
maybe there's a way to do it.
He programmed the whole thing. Like he will I met with he and I'm losing the name. The person who runs Longshanks at Adepticon, and he walked me through how to use it. And then we were like, here's the features we need. And then Sam was like, okay, I'll put those features in. So he did. So
that's cool.
This kind of feature, this is a great idea.
Yeah. I mean, maybe you have something, a tag where somebody says, I've played 5 games or less, or 4 games or less, something like that.
Something to that effect.
And then have another thing where people can say, I'm willing to teach a new player.
Yeah. I like this idea a lot, and I will reach out. We're going to have Sam on the show.
Oh, great.
To talk about Longshanks and about how it works and everything that he's used it on. But it made life so much easier than that spreadsheet the first
As
year.
a player, I've done it at Adepticon for several events now the last couple of years, and it's a really smooth system. Even for outside of Adepticon, I've used it for local tournaments for like Shatterpoint and things like that.
Yeah, for sure.
And it's all done right there. It's a great software.
Pushes out
great platform.
Here's the table you're at.
Right.
You can submit your results if it's something that matters. Not that the Flex did, but it's a good platform.
Yeah, I like this idea a lot, Adan. So that's a good one. So then the other thing I have to say thank you to is Cantorus on our Discord, Chris Box.
Yeah.
Because he gave me, after hearing me talk about Adan's journal, after Adan left his journal here and we were flipping through his diary.
It's your diary.
Found out who he's really in love with and why he has a fetish for Slanesh toes.
You said you weren't going to mention
Chris.
that.
I lied. Chris. Chris got me this excellent,
Great radio.
That's fantastic.
looking book. I'm getting there.
Okay.
At ease, soldier. Anyway, this great looking kind of I don't know if that's real leather, but faux leather, leather bound book with pages in it that are all faded.
It looks like the Necronomicon from Army of Darkness.
Yeah, it does.
Yeah, it's got like an eyeball in the center, so very Zeechian.
Yeah.
And so I will use this to track like you do.
That's
Adon.
fantastic.
That's why I asked you, like, how do you print out your pictures? And, and so, yeah, I really dug what you were doing, Adon. So I thought, oh man, I want to do that. So I'm going to do that going forward.
This is a additional shout out to Chris, because as you remember a little while ago, but Chris sent me the Jess Goodwin Elder sketchbook. So
yeah,
Chris is taking care of us, sending us some books. So yeah, I really appreciate you.
If anybody else wants to send us gifts, just reach out to me. I'll give you the address.
Or you can do it through our Patreon, which helps the show continue.
Man, he's like on point today.
I had coffee before I got here.
Excellent. Josh, what did you work on?
Yeah, I painted a bunch of Jedi for Star Wars Shatterpoint, because I had the very last minute got into. I was like number 15 on the wait list. Did not expect to get into the event for Adepticon, the premiere. And then it was the day before the deadline for swapping. I got an email saying you're in. I was like, oh, okay, I need to do some painting. So I did end up painting a premiere strike team that was all Jedi themed. So it was about 16 models of that. Super fun to paint. I love that scale. And then didn't play any Shatterpoints. But I do have it all done. It looks great. Very happy with it. And I will be posting some pictures into my
How does a whole team of Jedi not just like overpower everything else?
Because they don't shoot anything.
Okay. Yeah, they're all close combat.
They're all combat
you
based.
got in off the wait list, but you didn't play any Shatterpoint.
Yep.
You're going to explain that later?
Yeah.
Okay.
I didn't even think I could pack it, because I was traveling very lightly. After I finished painting it, it's like, oh, I don't think I can get this in my case to get it to Adepticon. But then I made choices that ended up not playing Shatterpoint, but zero regrets for that.
Okay.
No regrets?
No regrets. I added a few more reinforcements to my Prussians for Trench Crusade, knowing that I was going to be playing against Dave Taylor at Adepticon with the Prussians, so I needed to add just a few more. It's some alternate loadouts and some more kind of kit bashes that I did that just had a little bit more presence. So I got those going, and then post Adepticon, I ordered 2 Fellblades for the Heresy Hangover. And these are for my Legions Imperialis army specifically. So
Gotcha.
2 big tiny tanks that I'll be painting
big
up.
Tiny tanks.
They're
I like that.
They're super heavy tiny tanks.
Like jumbo shrimp.
Yeah.
Jumbo shrimp. Yeah.
Yes. So I'll be painting those up in the next couple of weeks, getting ready for the Heresy Hangover, which is over at the Guild Hall.
Nice.
Yeah.
Adon?
That was a lot. That was a lot of Warhammer.
Two big tiny tanks.
2 big tiny tanks. I painted the Warhammer Plus model Spirit Seer.
This is the special one?
Yep.
Yeah.
For the Warhammer Plus year 4.
I have to go pick mine up. It's at the shop.
So I painted that guy up. I put him on the right size base for playing.
Yeah.
And painted him up for use at Adepticon. I did some more details on my avatar. The one that I painted in the class was Cheyenne, so I could use it at Adepticon. I built Huron Blackheart and his entourage.
I saw you were working on this. How do those models look in person?
They look great, and they go together like beautifully.
I'll bet they're so cool.
I mean, people don't like that things are monopose.
Yeah.
But they went together great.
Super detailed.
I'm really slow at building things, so it took me a while, but I didn't have any problems putting anything together, so it was really nice. And
how many times did you have to dry fit them? Like, did they go together that quick? They just dry fitted really quick?
You've both used the joke now, so good. Yes. Yeah.
Fist bump.
Power twins activate. They dry fitted great.
Cool.
And then I built, the box that I bought, the Masters of the Maelstrom, what was the big box? Whatever that was called.
Master of the Universe?
No. There was Huron, the Masters of the Maelstrom.
I don't know what it's called, but the one that came with all the Maelstrom stuff.
Right. Yeah. Mine ended up with 2 Reef Captains in it.
Yeah, that's
instead
cool.
of just one.
Oops.
Yeah.
Bonus brew.
It's awesome. Because
it's a reward for all your years of loyal service.
Is that what it is? Yeah. Because I went on the pre-order day to order 2 more, and I couldn't. They were sold out.
Yeah, because they accidentally filled your box with extra ones.
Extra ones. Because in my list, I'm going to run 3 of them. So I have 2 of the 3. I can
that's
proxy
cool.
the third one until they come back into stock. Built some Red Corsairs, and realized as I started building them that, there's 10 in this box. There's not 5. I thought there was only 5 in the box because a Red Corsairs unit is 5.
Yeah.
But in that box, it's actually 10.
Oh, that's cool.
In the box.
Yeah.
Which meant that I ordered too many on the pre-order. So, yeah. So I bought a copy of the Penitent novel, the special edition of the Penitent novel. I missed it the first time around, so I was able to finally get one online. I've been searching, and I finally found somebody who wasn't looking for my firstborn child to buy one. And it came in. The downside was the box wasn't there, but I didn't care about the box, so. You can charge more if you have the box and the special inside wrapper and all that kind of stuff. But this guy didn't have that, so it wasn't quite as expensive, so I was able to buy it. I finished listening to Ashes of the Imperium and The Trader's Hand, which is one of the Cyphus Cain novels. And I'm about, 45 minutes from finishing the next one after that, The Final Trench. The Cyphus Cain novels, they're a hoot.
Is it? Are you listening to it?
Yeah.
So it's Cyphus? Is it Caiaphas?
Oh,
okay.
Yeah, when I read it, I always say Cyphus, but they say Caiaphas.
Yeah, okay. Yeah,
the Caiaphas Cain novels. They're a crack up.
Yeah.
And they've been out for a really long time, so I'm not going to worry about spoiling anything. But part of his shtick is that he is what do you call it? A reluctant hero.
Yeah.
Right. And they're very funny. The way they're written is very funny. And he's like, I thought there was going to be the easy way out. Turns out I was going to be wrong. Yeah. It's all written in the past tense, right? But when you listen to the stories, he actually is a pretty brave guy. The things that he does, he plays them off as, I wanted to run away, but I figured it would ruin my reputation, so I did this instead. He's constantly making the brave choices.
Yeah.
Even though
he's kind of forced into them, right?
Well, he claims he was, but when you listen to when you actually pay attention to the story, he very often just steps in.
Interesting.
And,
a history of repeated action.
Yeah. And he's a hell of a good duelist, which that doesn't happen by accident. Right. So anyway. I enjoy those, and I've been listening to those. I pre-ordered the IF Terror book with the Armageddon.
It looks like it's going to be a good one.
Yeah. I bought probably too many Red Corsairs. I did buy too many Red Corsairs. On my way here, I stopped at the GW store and returned one box of them, exchanged for Chaos Cultists, because Chaos Cultists are sold out online. And the list that I have runs 20, and I realized I only had 10.
Do you have enough now?
So now I have enough.
I was going to say I may have some.
Yeah, so no, it worked out great. So I have, the only thing I don't have for the list now is that third Reeve Captain.
Yeah.
So.
Oh, cool.
I mean, I guess, I don't know what I could, I guess I'd just proxy something.
Oh, welcome to the dark side.
Yeah. No, they're pirates.
Yeah.
That's how I'm bad guys. So,
they're renegades. They're not
one
chaos.
of the cool thing about the Red Corsairs boxes is there's so many options of things you can put on the models.
Yeah.
I mean, the poses themselves aren't that varied, but the bits and bobs that you can put on them, the different heads, the different things like that. And so...
Can you kit bash a third Reeve Captain with all the extra options you've got?
There's no bodies, no extra bodies.
Like the scale's different enough that
but you could get
use
Chaos
something else.
Lord and then like...
Right, that's what I'd probably would end up doing. But I'm gonna wait because I'm probably gonna wait till 11th edition anyway to play the army.
Yeah.
And so I'm hoping the Reeve Captain comes back in stock by then.
Yeah.
So I'd rather just do that. But like, I'm putting all the bits that look less chaosy. Like a lot of them you can put on a backpack that has the big chaos, raised nozzles, exhaust nozzles, or you can put on the regular looking Primaris backpacks. And so I've been picking all those style. To make them look less chaotic.
Get in it.
And more...
Get in there.
No.
Come on, get in there.
I have an idea of what I want them to look like. That's what I'm going to do. And then I did a bunch of non-40K or non-Warhammer hobbying as well. I actually assembled, primed, and zenithaled 4 dozen models for Conquest Last Argument of Kings because in a couple Sundays we're having another all-day game day at my house, and so now my entire list is built, primed, zenithal that I've been going in and putting faces on guys and putting in some colors, and so I'm in the middle of all of that. And then I also pre-ordered some AOS stuff. So, but that's not our universe. So
Nice. All right. That's it for
that's
Hobby
the
Parks.
most the most building and painting and stuff I've done in a
That's a lot of building and painting.
2 or 3
yeah.
Before we get into games played, are all your games played at Adepticon?
I
mine
had
are.
one that was not.
I had one that was not.
Okay. Let's
You want to do those first and then jump into the other ones?
do
or what?
those first.
Yeah.
Let's have each you do. So do your non. What was your non?
Yeah, so
Adepticon.
leading into Adepticon, Sky had played a demo game of Trench Crusade, but he signed up for the Basement of Death Trench Crusade event.
Yeah.
So having only played half a demo game, he
Didn't feel prepared.
he didn't feel prepared. So we played a game.
He should have a
Little checklist on his long neck.
name.
Yeah,
that-
exactly. Noob. We played a
Oh
game.
my God!
Of,
Don't put that in there. Don't make it.
It's gonna be the noob mark.
Longshanks does have like a new player mark on there, but it just depending
We'll come
how
up with
many-
something.
anyways.
Anyway,
So Sky and I got together at Herrick's shop to play a game of Trench Crusade. He just wanted to like get the fundamentals kind of dialed in, so we threw the scenario out the window and was like, let's just play a game. We're going to kill each other,
Just plastic smash.
and we're going to have a good time doing it.
I'm sorry, resin smash.
Exactly. The entire time was don't do the smart thing, do the fun thing. We just embrace like the maximum fun we could have. And I swear by the end of this game, we were on the verge of losing our voices from like cheering and crying and laughing and
That's
just
cool.
calling out. It was such a fun game. Craig was watching us and he like immediately at Adepticon picked up models because he saw how much fun we were having in that game.
no, I'm gonna buy this.
So it was I was playing my Court of the Seven, which is more of like a chaosy kind of demon army. And then Sky was playing his Sultanate. And we just had a ton of really fun moments. In Trench Crusade, you can shoot into combat and it's just randomized who gets hit. So one of his guys shoots into combat and of course
Could potentially hit his own
takes
guy.
his own guy out and then
I love that mechanic.
rolls the maximum
cool.
damage to like basically shoot
course he
his
does.
buddy in the back of the head and like just a bunch of really fun moments that happen. We were all just cheering and celebrating it and
Totally.
and rope Craig in just by proxy of him watching it.
Craig is susceptible to that. He's very excitable.
Yeah.
I love it. He's got such a good attitude.
It's such a good attitude. Yeah.
Would you play prior to Adepticon, Adan?
So, as you recall, a couple episodes ago, 1 or 2 episodes ago, Sean Ireland was one of our called out Patreon supporters.
That's right.
And so I reached out to him and said, "Hey, Sean, let's play a game."
Nice.
And because now I'm back in the area, and so we got together and we met at Trade Emporium, huge store. I mean, it's either
Where is
Danville
this?
or Dublin or Danville. It's one of those
Okay.
D cities. And
East Bay.
East Bay, yeah. Huge store. And so we played a game there. It was my Aldaria. I was playing the Aldaria list I'm using for the 500 Worlds Crusade and that I took to Adepticon and versus his Necrons. And we had a great time. It was good. He hadn't played in a while, and so we were just kicking back and having a good time and playing. And he was one of the guys who used to play at Endgames as well, and we hadn't talked to each other in a long time. So it was a lot of fun catching up and playing the game. And he was getting back into it, and he's and I realized, as it always happens to me when I'm playing an army I'm not used to, I get like into turn 4 and I turned over my rule sheet. I'm like, oh, agile maneuvers.
Oh,
I should
doing it
probably
wrong.
use these.
Yeah. Yeah. Typical.
So yeah.
Well, depending which you were playing the Spirit Host
Yeah.
detachment, so you actually do get to use them with all your
Yeah.
Wraith units. So,
Yeah.
yeah.
Yeah, it would have been handy.
It would have been handy.
Kind of useful.
But no, it was a good game. We had a great time.
Nice.
All right. Okay, so let's ease into games played by talking about first getting to Adepticon.
Yeah.
So we ran into each other, Josh and I, at San Jose Airport.
Yep. Thought we were on the same flight,
But we were not.
but we were not. We went different directions.
Yes.
Oh, you
to get to the
weren't?
same-
No.
No.
You went
I
through.
caught a ride with Sky and Craig because we all live in Santa Cruz.
Right.
They were on a
To San Jose
different
Airport.
airline, San Jose Airport. Yep.
but the airline they're on is in the other terminal.
They were on Delta or United. It's a different
Okay.
terminal
Yeah, yeah.
because we were flying Southwest.
Right.
And like I get there, immediately run into Carl and Shell like right after I go through security as
Yeah.
you guys were getting coffee. And then we all hung out. And I thought we were on the same flight.
No,
And
no.
Turns out we're not. But
Shell and I were going through Denver.
And you were
went-
going
I went
through
through Vegas.
Vegas, yeah.
Yeah. And so we got there like I think before you. Our flight was great. Here's the thing, and I posted about this as well. I couldn't fit my army because I brought a bunch of demon engines. Like they're pretty large. I couldn't fit them in 2 boxes to go into my KR backpack. And usually what I do is like, I'll take a larger suitcase and I'll pack one of the KR cases in the suitcase and carry the backpack. And I was just like, you know what? I just can't be bothered. I just can't be bothered. And I put it in a KR3, which unfortunately doesn't fit in the overhead. I was like, I'm going to check it. We had come back, Adan, several years ago.
Right.
And had to check our backpacks.
Right.
And you were very upset about that. And when we got there, like everything was fine. Like they came through fine. I have never actually lost luggage like on an airline.
Right.
It's fairly rare. I put an AirTag in the bag.
Yeah.
And I was like, all right, I'm going to check it. Got to Adepticon, nothing even off a base. Nothing even popped off a base.
Yeah, if I intentionally pack something to be checked, what I typically do will pack it in a larger suitcase and put all my clothes around it and stuff to give it additional padding. But especially with the KR cases,
I'm telling you,
not a problem.
Like Daryl, who's now retired, who was the owner of KR, I don't know if he still is or what, but he has people that are working there still, but he's retired. Like he was an engineer. Like he
well designed.
Designed them to. I mean, we joke.
He wasn't a web engineer.
I joke. No. He was actually an automotive engineer. But I mean, we used to joke in the ad. Soft foam to protect your miniatures, hard cases to protect the soft foam. The system works.
Yeah. Yep.
Not a thing was off its base. Nothing was broken.
I'll tell you, when we did the episode many moons ago about different cases and carrying systems, as you know, I own a lot of them.
Yes.
And I have checked.
Yeah, you're the expert. Like you have all the different ones.
I have checked battle foam cases.
Yeah.
And I have checked KR cases.
Yeah.
And I've checked Sable cases.
Yeah.
And KR by far
You've had
is the best performing
interesting
case. The Sables were second. The battle foams were third. But I think that was more a function of the Army than it was.
Could be.
But the foam in a battle foam case is much harder. It's much stiffer.
Yeah.
One of the beauties of the KR foam, and they're not a sponsor. They're not sponsored.
No, we do not have any sponsors on the show anymore.
We just love the product.
Yeah. One of the beauties of it
makes it easy to talk about what we like.
Soft foam acts as a much better shock absorber.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So
and so I checked it. Everything got there. And honestly, on the way back, I checked it again. One model came off the base.
Yeah.
And like the model's not pinned on; it was glued on. But there used to be this old commercial. I remember when I first started working with Daryl, and he sent me this video where they put an egg in the KR case, and they were driving a van, and they like threw it out the window of the van, and they stopped the van and go over and pick it up, and then show that the egg is fine.
Yeah.
It's like, I mean, I kind of just took my life in my own hands there, and I was like, if I lose this army, like the worst that could happen is something happened to the whole package disappeared, which again, I've never actually had happen, and I have an air tag on it.
As you know, my wife works in the airline industry, and their technology for baggage has improved dramatically over the last 10 years.
Yeah. And Denver's like at the forefront of some of that
and
too.
They scan your bags. And most airlines, you can track your bag.
Yeah.
It tells you, your bag was loaded onto the plane.
Yeah.
So you know that your bag is there.
Yeah,
so,
the Southwest has that too.
Yeah,
I was watching that. But so, I mean, people are like, you're crazy to do it. I'm like, okay. Yeah. Got there, no problem. Came back, no problem. Yeah. I was very happy with the results. I love that KR3. Like, I really wish it was able to fit in the overhead because it's just such a great bag.
Yeah.
So yeah, everything got there fine. I was very happy.
I'll probably have to pick one of those up. I don't think my Eldar army will fit in 2.
Yeah.
I use a KR4.
Yeah.
The backpack, and then
that's the huge backpack.
Yeah, but you can zip it down to just be 3 cases. So that's kind of nice that way.
So we got to Adepticon via our various flights or whatever. What day did you arrive? I arrived Wednesday.
I arrived Wednesday.
Yeah. And the funny thing was, I thought
we were through Oakland, not through San Jose.
I thought we were arriving Tuesday. And like literally I was packing and everything. And then I looked and I go, oh my God, why is my flight from Denver to Milwaukee on Wednesday? I'm like, our layover is not. And then I went and looked. I'm like,
you thought your layover was over day.
Yeah. And I went and looked and I go, oh, no, we don't leave till Wednesday. And so I had to go to Shell and go, hey, by the way, we're not leaving tomorrow. We leave Wednesday. I don't know why I had it in my head that we were going Tuesday. But
you're just so excited to go. Go a day early.
I was.
Well, it's funny because I went because you went San Jose to Denver, and then Denver to Milwaukee.
Correct.
And I went Oakland to Denver, and then Denver to Milwaukee. Were we on the same flight Wednesday?
I don't think so.
I think you guys got there earlier than I did.
Yeah, we were there pretty early, like 1:30 in the afternoon or something. So yeah, we get there. I mean, everything's getting set up. We go over and check out the flex area.
Yep.
Now, last year when I got there, I was like, there is like not enough terrain here. And they said, go over, grab all the terrain you want from
Yeah,
these.
we set up a bunch of tables last year.
Yeah, so we got there this year and we were like, oh, nothing's set up yet. Okay, we'll wait. We kind of came back and then we're like, okay, we meet with the people who are setting stuff up. And they're like, these are all the flex boxes. And I'm like, that's only 7 totes. I'm
a little
like,
shy of
I'm like,
what we had last
there
year.
should be more than that. And he's like, well, we packed it up like very well last year. And I'm like, oh, that makes sense. Like you want to use as little.
Yeah.
They unpacked this. And I'm like, no. Like there was like in some tables, like 4 pieces of terrain.
No.
And I'm like, what are you guys even doing? And here's the thing about the flex. Like the tournament guys don't understand what we're doing. Like they really just don't get the vibe of the event.
Because they're playing a different game.
They're playing a different game.
Yes.
And so I was like, hey, we're going to go take some of this terrain from over here and put it on, from these boxes. Like there's tons of totes there. And they're like, well, it took us a long time to put it all away last time. I'm like, okay. Like I don't care. I don't. I love these guys, but I'm like, I don't care.
We're trying to
That's a make or break for the event.
The event is the customer's the important thing, not the time it took us to put it away. I get that. So we go over. I think you were helping out at that point. Were you there yet?
No.
Well,
I didn't get there till later.
Josh came over and Aaron was there, and I think a couple other guys came over and were helping us. And we were just grabbing totes and trying to theme the tables a little bit. They're still not as themed as I'd like in some cases. But we probably brought over another 10 totes at least.
Easily.
Yeah, easily. And filled up the tables. And
Same thing happened last year.
Yeah. And
I would say we probably tripled the amount of terrain they had
easily
on tables.
But see, Shell was smart. By the way, like I cannot thank my wife enough for helping me run this event.
She was awesome.
Huge shout out to Shell.
Was so good. But she's so smart about this stuff. She's like, get me some painter's tape. And so we got like the painter's tape and she put on every, like she tore the, like where it was like, oh, Tau terrain. She tore that off and she just wrote 40K flex terrain and put it on every box. And so we stacked all the boxes at the end and every box of our terrain says 40K flex. So that stuff will come back to us.
Next year will be a breeze.
Yeah, except there's some changes but also I was talking with Hank and Matt and they're like, we got some ideas. We could do some stuff and get some other terrain there too. But that was all Shell's idea. So at the end, we packed it up because I didn't want to hear any complaining about it. It took too long. And then some guy comes by. He's like, "Oh, you guys got to fold up these mats.
Fold the table.
Who didn't stack all these down here?" And I'm like, "Okay, first off, who do you think you're talking to? I don't work for you.
Right.
Nobody has given us any direction. You're lucky we packed everything in the boxes, and the only reason we did that is because we want to make sure we get back what we want, So I was a little frustrated. I gave some feedback on that to the guys who needed to hear it. But, I mean, if the guy had asked nicely, I'd say, yeah, okay, let's fold up all the tablecloths. I was like, don't fold them up, just drag them down here. So anyway, my point there being, we get there, we have some setup to do.
Yep.
And it takes us a while to do some setup. And we have to find numbers for all the tables and all this stuff. Like they weren't quite prepared for us yet. And I think that's because their focus is the bigger tournaments and that kind of thing. But Hank and Matt eventually come by and make sure everything's okay with us. And we explain what we're doing. And like, this is kind of Hank and my brainchild of an event. And Hank is very invested in it doing well. So, Carl, whatever you need. And he agrees. He's like, these other guys don't understand what we're trying to do here.
Right.
So we all did.
The AOS tables look pretty good too.
The AOS tables look good. There was an AOS flex.
Yeah. That's what I'm talking about, the AOS
The first day it was
not well attended.
Not quite
it was
half
lightly
full.
attended.
But the terrain did look cool.
Yeah.
Not quite half full.
Right.
And then the rest of the weekend, it was not super busy. Like I was hoping to see that it was going to be super busy, but it really was not. Our tables were pretty busy.
Yeah.
Here's the interesting thing, and I brought up during the call last night with the kind of after action call, we had a massive wait list too. Now, nobody came up from the wait list because I think they joined the wait list going, well, if a spot opens up, I'll get it. And so I talked to Hank and I said, we may want to think about expanding this, like maybe one more row of tables, see how that does, right? So another 10 players or more than that would be like 12, 14 players. The thing I liked about the hall, tables are not, you're not butt to butt with the people behind you.
Yeah, it's good.
It was in the new hall
Yeah.
E, which was huge windows.
Nice natural light.
Yep.
Not super loud for how big that hall was.
Cool banners were hanging down from GW like everywhere. Like it really kind of themed it all. We were right by the GW booth again.
Yeah.
And then when the walls open up, we're near the vendor area.
And frankly, being near the GW booth helps deaden the sound because they have so much fabric and
Good call.
and those kinds of things in their booth. So that helps deaden the noise a little bit too.
We were supposed to bring a bullhorn. Shell and I have a bullhorn. And we forgot it. So we have that on the checklist now too. And then when we bring it, we'll put it in one of the terrain crates so that we just have it there.
Oh, just leave it there. Yeah.
We don't care. I mean, it's like $25 thing.
Just take the batteries out.
Yeah. So they don't leave.
It will corrode.
Yep. But I mean, so we got all set up for the event. I was very nervous that night because I want to make sure everybody has a good time. I had been trained on Longshanks, but I'd not actually put it into use.
Yeah.
And so like I got there really early and I was messing around with it. I'm like, okay, I think I know what I'm doing. And then by the time I was using it, like it went so smooth. Like I did not need to be stressed.
I mean,
out.
I played in the Thursday
Oh yeah, you did.
event, and it was super smooth.
Super easy to pair people, and then it even has a thing in it that's like, give me 12 random people from the list, and it'll give you the 12 random people in order, and then those are the people we draw the prizes
Prize
for.
support.
Yeah.
So very cool.
Yeah.
So we got all set up. We got there. I don't remember what we even did for dinner that first night.
We went to 3rd Street Market with Dan and Campbell, and we had a pretty big crew.
We ate outside.
We
Oh, it
ate
was a
outside because
beautiful
it was a beautiful
night.
afternoon.
It was a nice
evening.
night.
Yeah.
Shell was like, oh yeah, if winters are like this here, I'm like, winters are not like this here.
I think it was Ian and Anthony.
Yeah.
Peter, Kat,
That's right.
Dan and Campbell.
That 3rd Street Market is
It's a good
really
spot.
cool.
Yeah.
That's our Aaron and I stayed in the courturt, which is right above that.
Right. How was that? Was it like noisy or
No,
anything?
not at all.
Oh, that's cool.
It was great, and they don't open particularly early.
Yeah.
So what you couldn't really get something to eat before.
Yeah.
But
so they don't like there's
the
no
courtyard
breakfast
has breakfast stuff you can buy there.
Oh, okay.
It's not included in the price, but you can get stuff there.
Yeah.
And
One day, Shell and I went over to the Hyatt and had breakfast there at the Hyatt.
Yeah.
I'm telling you, like I had some of the best service ever. Like they were so attentive and friendly, and like even the security people at Adepticon
this year
were like somebody clearly had set the tone with them from last year because they were like they'd walk by, like Shell would walk by and the gal would be like, let me see your nails, because we'd done Shell's nails with the lightning.
Right.
And she's like, oh, your nails look so cool. And then they sit there and chat for a bit, and then and Shell's like, man,
I had
really friendly.
so many times where I walk in and say, hey, how you doing? So have a good day today. Unless there was like 30 people coming in the same time. But if I was, they were
It
really
seemed
nice.
like it went
More
really smooth.
personable. Yeah. Smooth.
They had like
Except that one guy with the hat and the light blue shirt right near the main entrance. He would never even say anything to me.
There's always one.
It's a statue.
I don't know what you're talking about.
Oh, you don't?
No.
Oh, the security guard statue.
The security guard statue in the main
one in each
lobby.
corner.
I didn't
the
see
main
it.
spot and then the far,
I didn't even notice
far
it.
north building.
I didn't even notice it. That's
I remember
funny.
last year I was like, that lady's not moving. Like the north ground floor one is like, oh wait, that's not a real
deterrent.
They're actually pretty good statues. Yeah.
They're deterrents.
Yeah.
So yeah, I mean, how were your guys? Like our flight was fine. How were your guys trips in?
Smooth sailing. It
Mine was
easy.
free.
Yeah, so
it was awesome.
So you can't complain either way.
This year I because I was only playing I purposely picked an army that I could pack into one case. And so I had the case fits in the overhead.
Yeah.
So I came with just that one case and a backpack.
Nice.
That's all I brought because I knew I was only going to be there for 2 days.
Oh, right.
Because I had to leave like 0 dark 30 Saturday morning.
Short and sweet.
Short and sweet. Get the heck out of there.
Yeah.
Because of other things happening in my life. And so it was kind of cool to travel
It's a
super light.
sexual reawakening for
OnlyFans.
Diamond level Patreon.
Slanesh Toe OnlyFans. So I brought 40K Trench Crusade and did manage to fit Shatterpoint in there. So I did have my KR2 backpack for 40K because 40K takes a lot of space.
Yeah.
And then Trench Crusade, I had 2 Trench Crusade factions and my full Shatterpoint Premier Squad in my Table War Mini Tower.
Yeah.
Which fits right under the seat, which is super
awesome.
convenient. So yeah, it was pretty.
You were able to get all that into one mini?
Yeah. Yeah.
Oh, wow.
It's not that much. Like
it's not. Well, it's all skirmish games.
Yeah.
So yeah, like last year I had 4 game systems in my mini tower with Titanicus, Bushido, and Shatterpoint.
yeah, Titanicus in there?
I only took Warhounds.
Oh, okay.
So they weren't as tall,
Yeah.
but I was doing doubles with Dan Osborne last
Titanicus
year, so
takes up a surprising amount of space when you start using
the
Warlords
tall ones
and-
especially.
yeah.
They have bigger models. But anyways, traveled pretty well with all the minis. No damage done on those,
Yeah.
and then just had a little check bag for clothes and all the lozenges.
Yeah, nice.
Yeah, when I went to Hawaii, I used a Table War, the medium that goes in the overhead
Yeah.
and the mini that goes under the seat.
Yeah.
And it's always fun because people want to talk to you about
Yeah.
your stuff.
It is one of the nice
Get
things.
lots of questions in the airport.
Yeah.
Either
Yeah.
like other people who are painters and like, I'll show you.
You
yours
start
if you show
running
me
into
mine.
people. Yeah, it is funny. Like in San Jose, there weren't really many that I saw, but then once we get to Denver and like it's the connecting flights,
Yes.
all of a sudden
So
it's like
many
full of
gamers.
gamers.
The convergence of the nerds.
Yeah, it's very cool.
Yeah.
I think it's fun.
It's
I think
fun.
that's fun.
Yeah.
So then Thursday rolled around. So you played in the Flex Thursday, Adan.
Correct.
And tell us about your games.
The Flex was great. The first game was a guy named Chris, and he had Grey Knights. And we had it was a great game. We kind of set the tone ahead of time, and we were both kind of on the same page, and so that worked out great. That game came down to
Did you play a card mission, or did you play one of the Warhammer?
We played a White Dwarf
mission.
We played a White
so we
Dwarf,
had like printouts of tons of White Dwarf missions. You could just come up and grab a
Right.
couple. You typically tell people grab a couple, take them to your table.
Yeah.
Decide which one's the better one. Because
Yes,
sometimes you read them and you're like, this one's a little complicated.
I think we did. Yeah, we did the White Dwarf. Anyway, that game came down. We got to we actually played a little later. I didn't realize what the time was supposed to be to end, and so we ended up playing past
Through lunch.
Yeah, and we were getting to the end of the turn. I'm like, okay, if I don't make this save, I'm going to lose this game. If I made the save, it was going to be a tie.
That's a cool
Comes
game.
down to a dice roll.
So we were talking about, I'm like, okay, well, let's see what happens. And I didn't make the save, but I had a Spirit Seer who was like, he was a tank. He was killing stuff and he was withstanding all this fire.
That's awesome.
And he was my MVP.
They're not that tough.
And Chris was like, how is that guy still alive?
Yeah, that's cool.
It was pretty funny. Second game was, I guess, a guy named Cameron, really cool guy. He had Gene Stealer Cult, which I haven't played against much. It was a really chill game. It was one of those situations where you're playing a game and I said, hey, didn't you want to move these guys? Because we're already in the shooting phase.
Right.
Oh, yeah, go ahead and move them. I mean, that kind of thing where...
That was the whole vibe we were
It was
giving
no
people.
big deal.
Yep.
And, he was doing something else that said, you haven't shot with those guys yet. Oh, I haven't. You're right. And he was doing the same kind of thing. He would say something like,
It's Garage Hammer at a con.
right,
That's
yeah.
the best.
And he
That's
was like,
exactly it.
well, let's just move this terrain a little bit so the objective fits. Things like that.
Yeah, of course.
And
of course.
So it was super chill. We had a great time.
And that brings up an interesting point. Like I should have announced during the announcements, like if you need to move the train, feel free to move it.
Right.
Like,
Yeah.
make the game your own.
Right. And he had a unit of the Aberrants.
Yeah.
And they got stuck in with the Avatar. That battle just would not end. Those Aberrants are so hard to kill.
Yeah.
And
I thought you say, oh no, this is not the Grey Knight player. Sorry, this is the
Gene Stealer
Cult. Yeah.
Yeah. And so it was a fun game. It's just nothing against Chris, but my game against Cameron was probably my favorite.
Oh, that's
of the two.
fantastic.
Yeah.
Nice.
Did you play anything in the morning?
I did the Trench Crusade Overlord event, which
Right.
was a cooperative GM'd Trench Crusade game. So it was three of us running against a John Schaefer, who's in like Dave Taylor's crew, and one of the guys out there. He created it's basically a mod. He's trying to get a community license for Trench Crusade to actually make this an official mode of the game.
Yeah.
It just bolts onto the core rules of that, but it's a dungeon crawl Trench Crusade experience.
That sounds awesome.
Super fun. He'll be sending out
Totally gonna get into this
the PDFs for it because
I can feel it in here, Adan, like bubbling up. Like, yeah. I stepped in a puddle of chaos.
Stepped in the puddle of chaos. Now you're tainted. It's super fun. It was such a cool experience, and playing a dungeon crawl narrative experience. Everybody's on the same page, just having a really good time with it. It's a really cool system that he's built on the framework of Trench Crusade. Was super enjoyable, and I'm looking forward to seeing where it goes. He will be emailing me PDFs for all the rules to be able to help playtest and continue to develop and get feedback as he tries to make it an official thing. So,
that's awesome.
Yeah.
Well, if anybody's going to make it official, somebody in that crew.
Yeah, exactly.
Right? So.
I think he's probably going to be working with Dave to actually publish a rule book later.
Nice. And then it was you and I.
And then, we had the Battle of the Cast.
You explain.
Yeah. So Dan and Campbell of the 40K Badcast proposed in their last show before Adepticon that, maybe Carl and I should play against them in a doubles team game. We've some of us have played games. I've played Campbell. You've played Campbell.
I don't Campbell think many times.
You've never played Dan before.
I don't think so.
And I don't think I'd ever played Dan before either. So it was a fun way for us.
I don't think I've played against either one of them.
All to come together.
You're going to have to next time.
Yeah. Yeah, next year it's you against both of them.
Yeah. Well, it was funny because they were talking team game, and I thought we were bringing 2,000 points each to a team, and I'm like, oh my god, this is going to last forever. And then somebody was like, no, it's 1,000.
1,000 points.
I'm like, okay, I'm in.
So we did 1,000 points each team game. Me and Carl. Carl, you had your Dinobots, all the demon engines, and I had
Vashtor, the Arc.
Vashtor. I brought Sharkadons, and Dan had his You're Not My Real Dad Raven Guard.
That's right.
And Campbell had his Ultramarines.
You're not my real dad. Oh, okay.
Because he looks like
right.
emo guy.
Carcharodons are
right. Yeah.
a successor or divergent chapter.
Right.
So I don't know. It's a weird.
It's a weird.
They're related to Raven Guard.
Yeah,
I'll just leave it at that. So we had a whole thing going with that. So we played a White Dwarf mission, which was
one of my favorite ones. Actually,
I'm trying to remember what it's called now.
I can't remember what it's called, but it has like 9 objectives on the table. Yeah. They're basically in kind of concentric circles. So you have like an outer ring, and then you have the inner ring, and the one in the middle.
Yeah,
and basically the outer ring and the one in the middle are scoring at certain points. Based on the turn,
and
then the inner ring is score on
one of the ones I played was similar to that.
Yeah, and they rotate back and forth. And the thing I love about this mission is
forces some movement.
It forces movement. Like you really have to be like, you can't just sit there and like you can kind of in your backfield. Like we had a squad of Chaos Legionnaires. Like sit on an objective and the next round move to the other objective. Yeah. Like because they were in cover.
Minimal movement to cover both.
Yeah. And
for the home
Dan and Campbell were doing the same thing on their
the game I played against Cameron, it actually said in the rules, units that can sticky an objective, that rule doesn't work.
Yeah. I think it says that in this one as well.
Because it was the same kind of thing where it alternated which ones
so it doesn't
scoring.
Score. Yeah. And so it did force us to move around. So Josh and I were like, we rolled and we got first turn.
We got first turn.
Which we didn't really
Which was probably not ideal, but it was fine.
And so, I mean, I think our discussion was, we got to just go for it.
Yeah.
Like we got to just get out there, weather whatever, and deal with it and try to rack up points. And we did. Like we racked up a lot of points very quickly.
We took a pretty early lead and pretty significant early lead on points.
Yeah.
But on the model side,
we just couldn't weather it for...
Campbell had 10 Thunderhammer Storm Shield Terminators with Marnius Calgar, which is just like this brick in the middle. And then his like second wave of assault was the Vicatrix guard with Cato Sicarius, which they're just nasty.
Brutal.
They're nasty.
They'll like, you shoot them and they get to move closer to you.
Right.
And
they surge and they just, bunch
is what happened in the first game, the Eldari game. I got way ahead on points and then I just got whittled away and he caught up.
Well, I think that's what happened. Like it was first off, like...
super fun game.
I dare say it was one of the most fun games I've had in a long time.
Yeah, I agree. Yeah, it was an absolute blast.
Our opponents were super fun,
tactical, fun, well painted, beautiful game
for guys who focus. Like they've shifted to competitive focus. Like they embraced like we got 9 objectives, but also brought like tactical acumen. Like okay, well this is what we're gonna do, and it's like okay. And so they really embraced the spirit of the whole thing. We did. And like I said, we ran out there. Josh rolled out there with his Land Raider. I raced forward with stuff. Some great stuff happened. Like even at one point I was like, if we lose this game, at least I got to punch the heck out. Like I think my Mauler Fiend like destroyed Calgar. Like
he
ran
tore
up
into
and
those Terminators.
washed the Terminators in Calgar. And I threw Vashdor in there as well at some point. And
he wiped out all the blade guards. Like Vashdor went swinging in there.
Vashdor was brutal. And then Kato Sicarius just stepped up in one shot.
Single-handedly takes out the fifth Chaos.
Yeah, with
the wannabe god.
So I was going to say, so much for the wannabe god.
Yeah.
No. He uploaded his essence to his battle burst.
Yeah. Him and
in
the
the
Votan
mainframe.
doing their
But I did get
clone
to
thing.
I get to roll with my Vashdor, my converted Vashdor from having the Creature Caster
Right.
bottom of.
Yeah.
And I went over to Creature Caster, by the way, because they were one of the vendors that I spoke to about prize support, and they were all about it. And I was explaining to one of the artists guys who was one I was talking about. Oh yeah, I took this model, and he goes, "Oh, I want to see that." And I showed him like the picture. He's like, "Oh, that's cool." And I go, "Yeah, the guys are saying I need to do the reverse with the legs with the one on top." He's like, "You got to do that.
Do it."
He's like, "You got to do it." And he goes, "And then come enter it into our painting."
Oh my god!
He goes, "It's not going to win anything." He goes, "But it would be hysterical." I'm like, "Done.
Do it.
Yeah.
I'm going to do it."
All right. So you're doing Golden Demon and Creature
Golden
Caster.
Demon was a little more
speaking
real.
of alternate painting competitions,
There were a
Monument
bunch
Hobbies did a thing.
that was really cool.
Miniatures as art, and they had busts as well as other miniatures and things like that. And man, that case had some gorgeous things
I love
in it.
the knight riding the snail.
Yeah.
Like the quality of painting on that thing was off.
And the open categories, miniature agnostic, like didn't matter. Just bring cool painted stuff.
Right.
And like the judges, everybody got to award something, and like they got to choose the Dan Osborne was a judge for once.
Yeah.
So he's like he got to choose. Like this was the album that I like rocked out to the most in the 90s, and that was like it was a cool model, and then he got to make up what the award was for. But he'd identified it, and like it was really cool.
It was a neat little event. Yeah.
So back to the game though.
There were some really, really cool moments that happened.
Was, and it was close. Like they were.
His Centurions were rocking your demon engines,
and Dan Centurions, which are kit bash.
They looked incredible.
Look awesome.
Yeah, he did a really good job with that. There are the Saturnine Terminator base that he has converted to Centurions because the Centurion models
they look good.
Not so good.
They look really
and now that
good.
we're talking smack about Centurion models, they're going to come out with new ones.
Which
for
will be
11th
amazing.
edition.
No, they're going to actually go to Legends because they're firstborn Marines.
But I wouldn't be surprised if they redo those models and make them not.
They just make them aggressors.
Yeah,
He's got a point.
maybe.
Yeah. Anyway. I think they were worried, and like I thought we had it for a minute. I
realized the one mistake that I made was I was a little overly aggressive with my Vindicator.
Yeah,
and I also rolled a 1 for every single number of shots that I got that entire game. Like
Was this the indicator you actually paid points for?
I paid points for it, and it did absolutely nothing. I think I killed 2 Marines with it, maybe the entire game, but. Had I not sent it,
is what you're saying.
I should have rolled better, but I also should have positioned it not quite as aggressively on their line. Like I should have brought it back to where your Mauler Fiend ended up charging into the Terminators and just re-supported that side.
I got to tell you.
Yeah, but it was super fun game. Getting that 10-inch charge into Dan Centurions with my jump pack assault troops and then just punking
awesome.
Ethan Sean jumped into the fight and got murked. And
losing my Forge Fiend right away, I was like, oh no. I had 2, but I lost one right away because they were like, oh, we got to get rid of that thing. There's just too much.
It's a big threat.
Open area to shoot in.
Yeah, it kills Marines well.
Yeah.
Target priority.
So they took him out, and I was like, oh man. But then that was the first time I've gotten my Mauler Fiend in where he has just done phenomenal. Your like against your Dreadnought that one time, like he did good, but like he did phenomenal. Now the other thing I would say is I was running I don't remember the name of the I could look it up, but the name of the
Super Dark Pact.
It's the Demon Engine detachment.
Oh, yeah. Right.
And so you have this, I kept calling it Super Dark Pact. It's like called the Oath of something or whatever. Basically, it increases the difficulty of your Dark Pact by 1. So now I'm needing 7s, not 6s typically. But if you succeed on that, like you do
a lot
more. Yeah. And so like under my always,
but you take more damage. You're more likely to take damage.
D3.
Yeah.
But because it's more likely to roll. Yeah.
Right.
So, but like that, I caused in the first round more damage to myself than I did to them. Like just because everything was dark pacting.
Yeah. They played a smart KG first turn or
knew to
two
sit
also.
back.
Like they sat back and used cover well. With
and we
the
were
terrain,
like,
so.
we're going to go get some points.
Yeah. So
and then you have to come to
Yeah.
us to get points.
Right.
And they did.
Stupid Land Raider failed the assault Terminators, Thunderhammer Stormshield Terminators, force a battle shock test on the just anything they're in combat with.
right.
And the Land Raider Redeemer failed their
leadership
test.
Oh, no.
Which ended up making a huge difference in the game. So I had to like unload all the guys inside, and then I fell back with it, but I couldn't shoot with it anymore. And there was a Redeemer that's like in prime position to shoot everything.
Yeah, it really did hamper you.
Yeah, that failing that one roll.
Shock, it couldn't use its weapons.
You can't fall back and shoot.
You can't, use
fall
it.
back and shoot, right?
Yeah. It was very interesting.
Yeah,
But
so it
the
ended up
game
being
was
like a
super
bunch
fun.
of like smart tactical things, but really just cool moments that happened and a super fun game with two great guys. So,
And I think bottom
was a really
line, it
enjoyable
was
game.
like 60 to 55.
it was a 5-point game. Yeah,
It was
super
a 5
close.
point swing right at the end. Like it was just, we had some, at one point we were up by like 30 points.
Yeah,
And just,
we started losing models, and they were able to capitalize at the end there. With I think they were turn 5, they got 20 points, which brought them up and
to the 20
they
point
took it by
round we
5.
had gotten.
Yeah.
And that took them to the lead. But
super
what
fun,
a great
super
game.
close game.
Yeah, so Battle of the Podcast. I should have been there as like a dice servitor or something. With pom-poms or something. I don't
It
know.
was fun.
Yeah.
It
Fun
was
that you
It was a
really,
really
really
fun game.
Yeah.
So yeah, we'll have to do that again.
Absolutely.
We'll have to do that again. So so that was Thursday, which is the first day. Like I was super happy with the way the event ran. We then gave out prizes. We gave out, and the prize support's fantastic. You know, I go back to the room where they have all the prize support, which is just like makes you salivate when you walk in this room. And they're like, here's all your medals.
Yeah.
Here's the prize support. I have to mention this story. So we give out 5 awards each day. You can get a medal. And these are 3 of them are theme. So like best Xenos theme, best Chaos theme, best Imperial theme. How do we decide that? We walk around, we look at the things, we say, I think this represents the army very well. Like it's diverse, it has like some cool stuff. It's not necessarily best painted, though it needs to all be painted and based.
A really cool backstory, some personal touch that they
like the one guy with the Dark Angels,
Dark Angels,
yeah, were druid themed. Like that was cool. So you know, we would go around individually, and then we'd all come back together as a group and go, okay, which ones kind of caught your eye, and then maybe we'd go back and look at one somebody brought up or whatever, and then we just make a decision.
So the Eldar Wraith didn't really do much.
Didn't do it for us.
Okay,
you're kind of null and void.
I know.
I also have to be cognizant of like,
I know.
Look, Dan and Campbell, like those guys' armies were painted really good. So was he won last year, the Rainbow Warriors. Craig. Very well painted. I'm
Right.
like, you guys won last year, and plus you're kind of over here doing your own partner thing. We've allowed you to partner up with the people you want to play with. You guys get to sit this way.
Right.
You know, and so anyway, we go through and we decide like who's the best theme. Then we have a best painted.
Right.
And we go through and we pick, you know, which one do we think is the best painted today? And then if you won one the day before, we're not going to give it to you again.
Correct.
And then we have best sportsmanship, which to me is the most important one. Here's how the guy won best sportsmanship the first day. Came up to me.
This is a great story.
And said,
he played
hey,
a game against Adan.
Somebody dropped this. Yeah. And he handed me an envelope, and it was a very unique envelope. And I look inside, and there's probably $1,500 in cash in this envelope. He goes, somebody dropped it over by table 7. If it had been $20, I probably would have just put it in my pocket, he said. But, you know, this is somebody's weekend getting wrecked.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah.
And I said, okay, thanks for turning it in. We'll figure it out.
We'll go to dinner.
So we go and look at like who had played at table 7.
Right.
And we go over and I start walking over people. I'm like, hey, you missing anything? And they'd be like, no. You know, I'm like, you missing any money? And the guy'd be like, no, I have my wallet. I'm like, okay, you'd know.
Yeah.
You would know. And the thing was, the envelope it was in was so unique that I could,
one of those bank envelopes.
I could totally be like,
Can you describe
the envelope?
Can you tell me roughly how much was in there?
Right.
So eventually, Matt Weeks comes over to our area and he's just like, hey, how's it going? And I go, oh, perfect. I go, you're just the guy I need to talk to. I go, somebody dropped this. And I hand him and I go, there's a lot of money in there. And he like goes, holy shit.
Yeah.
You know? And I go, this guy over here turned it in because somebody dropped it. We've asked around. Nobody knows who it is. He goes, okay, I will take it up to Lost and Found.
Right.
Hank and I will hold on to it. If somebody comes asking for it. So he goes up to Lost and Found, and they're like, yeah, a guy had come by twice asking for it. He's like, did you get his name? And they're like, no. He's like, what are you doing? Fortunately, Matt comes walking back with the guy eventually, and he's like, this is the guy who lost him. I was like, oh, thank you so much, and I appreciate it so much. And I'm like, don't thank me. I go, thank that guy over there. He's the one that turned it in. And I think he gave the guy some money.
Oh,
but
it's like a reward.
But here's the thing. He was the father of 2 of the guys playing, and they gave him no end to the amount of crap over dropping us, because they were like, we told him.
Yep.
Don't bring that kind of
bring your cash, get a credit card, do blah, blah, you know. So they were teased. Now that he had the money back, they were giving him like a hard time.
Yeah.
But he was so thankful.
Yeah.
And so.
Can you imagine?
No. It would ruin your weekend.
Yeah.
You know, it'd ruin your whole event.
Ruin your year.
Yeah. So we decided to give that guy sports.
Yeah.
And we told every day after that, we told that story.
Yeah.
And said, you know, this represents kind of the best of this community.
Right.
And you know, so normally the way we pick that is I stand up on a chair, I say, who had the best game you've ever had against your opponent? And tell us why it was so good. What was so good about your opponent? And then we compare stories and we say, who are we going to pick? You know? And there were some pretty good stories. People were a little shy the first day.
Yeah.
But by the last day.
Last year, I remember the first time you did that, everybody's looking around like, what? People were like not sure what you were doing.
We were talking to them last year, like, how do we determine who's that? And I was like, let's make them like advocate for their game.
It was a good idea.
Yeah. It's like, if somebody's willing, like in front of a group of 30 people to be like, this was a great game. My opponent did something awesome. Like, I'm willing to like put that out there.
Like the final day, the guy was like, oh, this is my opponent. He was so funny. He let me correct this. He let me correct that. And then the other guy was like, I played him too, and he was awesome. And blah, blah. All right. Yeah. You know, that's pretty good.
Yeah.
So, and I think it's cool because it lets, the thing I liked about it lets it be all interactive, right? And people get their moment, you know. It'll be even better when we give them a bullhorn and make them talk in the bullhorn. Because some people were so quiet. Yeah. So, okay. So Thursday ends. Great day.
We have dinner with some Golden Demon winners.
Yeah.
Yeah, we did. Mater's was Thursday.
Yep.
Yeah. Mater's is, I had not been before. Everybody talked it up so much. It was good. Like I was like, I think I had set my expectations too high. It was good. I'm not saying it wasn't. I was just like, everybody talks about how amazing this is.
For me, it was just the fact that we were going to have 18 people all there enjoying the thing.
They did well.
I was not really worried about the food. I was worried more about the fact that
I had heard so much about the food.
Yeah.
And I got the veal.
Got the schnitzel.
The veal.
That's a lot. That was a lot of food.
And I was sitting directly across from 2 Golden Demon winners.
Yeah.
And who won again this year.
Yep.
Josh and I haven't won.
And you were sitting across from me. And I shook hands with both of them. Like, oh, this is great. It's going to rub off on me. That, you know, I shook hands with Gold. And then I realized I'm left-handed. It's not going to make any difference in my painting. Anyway, sorry.
God, we're still on games played.
Still a lot of games to
No,
go.
but we're talking about what happened each day.
Let's go through the next day and then we'll take a break.
Yeah.
Okay. So Friday rolls around, running the event again. Now I'm feeling like that night, like I slept good. Like I wasn't nervous.
No more stress.
Yeah.
Nah, I clearly knew here's how it's all going to play out. Oh, the other thing I'll mention, I think it was Steve played either Thursday or Friday as well. And Steve was like, he doesn't play a lot of 40K. He told me, he goes, I'm really nervous. And I go, don't be nervous. Like, it's fine. You know? But I get it.
Yeah.
Like I get it. You know, it's like you're at an event and you're right. He had a great time.
Nice.
Yeah.
That's
he said he had a great time.
Yeah,
so yeah, I'd love to see him.
I think you slept well because of the 4 beers you had at dinner.
No, I took nighttime Advil
and 4 beers at dinner.
That'll also do it.
Yeah, maybe. I find I have a hard time sleeping in hotels initially.
Yeah.
And that did help. So anyway, we then, after that event, we had dinner and then we went to Space Hulk again. And I say again, meaning like every year
again
we get to do it.
Yeah.
And it was you, me, Dan Campbell, Shell,
Craig and Sky.
Yeah. And Shell and I we said, we'd like to play the Tyranids so that we can learn. Now, I wish the guys running the event had also played some of the Tyranids because we could kind of pick up the pace there a little bit. But it really came down to Shell and I just playing the Tyranids with them standing
They
there.
were helping out. I think they were helping out both parties too. Because Sky and Craig had not played, or maybe Sky played last year.
Yeah.
Craig had not played.
Craig had not played him.
So, Troy was helping him out a bit. And Ben was helping Sky and Shell out both a bit. Yeah, just being on point. But
Last year, I had played the Ultramarines, which I always kind of get so I can get the chaplain because the chaplain is just a god in combat. And Shell had played the Tyranids. And this year we played Tyranids, and Dan and Campbell, who had not played before, Dan played the Ultramarines. So we kept telling him, the chaplain.
Campbell played last year, but Dan had not played before. Yeah.
And last year Campbell had like totally pulled it out. Like his Inquisitor like used his las ring or whatever it is.
Digital laser
in his ring and was able to kill like guys. Like he had a series of good rolls. This year, not so good for the bad boys.
Yeah,
we got revenge.
Space Hulk, you can get diced in Space Hulk.
Yeah. And so like we did all this time talking about how the chaplain was super great in combat, and he is, unless you roll 2 1s.
Yeah.
And then you fail to roll the feel no pain of a 4-up.
Yeah.
And then you're killed in the first round.
Oh my God.
And I was like,
yes. That was Carl's revenge from us losing by 5 points the day before.
Yeah. And then he just got whittled away, a guy at a time.
Right.
Meanwhile, over here, I was fighting Josh, and Josh just slaughtered every Tyranid that was thrown in.
I could not fail a roll.
You had a guy jump into a room full of 5 Gene Stealers, kill every single one of them.
Single-handedly.
He was like 5, 6, 5, 6. You know, it was crazy. Wow. It was crazy. And then I was just struck throwing Gene Stealers at you piecemeal, and you would just hose.
And I was playing tactical of blocking off your entry points. And
Josh was playing smart.
Just playing smart, but having fun.
Josh was using tactics.
Craig. Yeah.
You ended up tabling Craig also.
Yeah, I destroyed Craig
at the end. He had some guys right up till the very end, but then you had like 2 lictors in that last room.
I got him.
You got him.
And then Shell took out Campbell.
And most of Aaron also.
Of Aaron. But Sky and you
were
pretty much
untouched. Yeah, we hadn't lost anybody.
Yeah, and so you guys got off the ship.
Yeah, we were having a great night. We were dancing and hollering.
Kill the Inquisitor.
That's fine.
You know,
we blew up the planet.
The year that I had the Inquisitor, it was like the last roll, and he was able to pull the lever and close the
Yeah, that did not happen.
Not this time.
So Shell and I were both, I think, having a good time. And it was a good learning experience for us to run our own thing.
Yeah, absolutely.
I sent off my Space Wolf Terminators to Travis.
Travis is going to do it?
He's going to pay
awesome. Nice.
Yeah. So now we got just a bunch of...
And you're going to run this at KublaCon?
No, I think we're going to run at Sky's store initially.
First time.
And maybe we'll run it at KublaCon, but I'm not like super fired up to go do that. Like I'd like to run it for Sky and people we know. And we might run it.
It's such a good time.
At the club, the Maelstrom Mixer thing.
Oh, right. Yeah.
Not this year, obviously, but next year. And then what else? Yeah, that was it. I mean, it was a good night. I felt bad. Like Dan got kind of beaten early. Yeah, Dan got kind of beaten early. And then like had like 3 guys, or 4 guys, then 3 guys, then 2 guys. So like by the time it came back to him, like he'd been sitting there for 10 minutes, kind of waiting, and it's like I'm going as fast as I can, and now I'm waiting on them to complete all their stuff. So that's where I'm saying like we could have used a little assistance to pick up the pace.
Yeah.
But yeah, like you said, I mean, Space Hulk can turn against you. It's a fickle mistress.
It's an old game system, and so my wife and I used to play it every year for New Year's. But because it's a dice game, and my wife does not enjoy dice games, she left a note in the box for herself saying, "Never play this game again," because of the dice game. So yeah, Dan unfortunately got to experience that.
Yeah, that
side
he
of
got
Space
diced.
Hulk, but hopefully he comes back and has a great time next year.
So what else did you do Friday?
Friday I did also in the Basement of Death, I did the Trench Crusade Last Hole, which is a narrative, not a campaign in the sense that there wasn't escalation or growth. We played the same list for every mission, but each table was set up for a very specific narrative mission. And they did, if you won a game, you rolled a D20, and you got basically 1 upgrade that was just random off the roll that you got. Oh, sorry. If you won, you rolled twice. So you rolled with advantage, and you got to pick one advancement for the whole
Oh, like in D&D, roll 2D20
Roll with
pick whichever one
advantage,
you want. Yeah, okay.
So you got to
That's kind of cool.
You didn't have to track anything. You got one advancement after your first game, one advancement after your second game. So it was super easy
simple.
to do. Really fun games. Played great opponents, and then it was recommended in the third round because Sky was also playing this. They're like, "Hey, for narrative reasons, you guys should play this last game together." So me and Sky played a mirror match of the game that we had played this time with a scenario, and just we again did all the fun things instead of the smart things, and just had a really fun game of Trench Crusade with people getting RPG'd out of melee combat, which we like ruled that counts as you're disengaging, so now this guy gets to free strike on you getting like flung out of combat, and
Nice.
just fun calamity of events, very cinematic and narrative, and a great time. So and I ended up winning the most glorious for collecting the most glorious deeds throughout the 3 games, which got me basically the Holy Hand Grenade of Antioch, which is a 3D printed pretty large trophy. It's maybe almost 1.5 feet tall, so it's a good sized trophy.
That's cool.
for grabbing the most glorious deeds, which was a pretty fun trophy.
Nice.
Yeah,
Cool. Nice. What'd you do Friday?
Friday, I did the 7 a.m. to 11, I think.
Wow. AM. 7
a.m. to 11 a.m. Shift volunteering at the registration desk.
Oh yeah. I
So-
walked past you at one point.
Yeah. And it was kind of cool. Had a couple listeners come by, say hi. They're like, "Oh, wait a minute, I know that guy."
Oh,
So
cool.
it was kind of cool. So yeah, I worked at the registration desk. So there's 2 halves. There's one half where you pick up your will call stuff.
Yep.
And there's one half where you can buy stuff.
Yeah.
And I was on the buy stuff side. And so yeah, people came up and bought stuff, and I would give them their stuff. And I wasn't running the till, but I was
you just go grab it or
volunteering.
whatever, yeah.
And I got to have my cool red Adepticon staff shirt, and I like being able to. I wasn't able to help with a setup or takedown,
right?
But I like to be able to help out.
Yeah.
And so I took this as an opportunity.
Boy,
My plan for Friday, because I knew I was going to have to leave early, is I was going to do volunteering for half the day and shop for half of the day.
Gotcha.
Just to because I wasn't going to be able to play another set of games or anything. So that's what I did. As I was finishing up there, I realized that my flight on Saturday morning had 0 seats on it. And one of the things I didn't think about.
So explain why that matters. Like most people, they buy a seat and then they have a seat.
Most people pay for flights.
You mentioned that your wife works for Southwest.
Yeah, so she works for airline, and so I can fly non-revenue, which means you're flying standby.
Right.
So it's really
you can get bumped. Yeah.
You can get bumped, right? If somebody with a ticket, buys the ticket, then you get bumped. And I didn't think about the fact that this was going into spring break week for a lot of people. Mm-hmm. And so
on Saturday
it was super busy at the airport. And so I'm like casting about going, okay, I can't get on this flight. No, that flight's full. Oh, that flight. Yeah, the first part's fine, but the second connecting flight is full. So I ended up having to leave on a flight that left at like 7:30 p.m. Friday night.
Oh, wow. Okay.
I wasn't even able to have dinner. So I, hightailed it to the airport. And I ended up getting back to Oakland Airport at like 2 a.m.
Oof.
But it was the only way I could.
Yeah.
It had to happen because I had to be back for.
You get what you pay for.
Yeah. I mean, what we call it the non-rev life. You just have to have a certain attitude about it, and you have to be flexible, and you just have to.
In the Army, that was called MAC flights. Like you would take a military flight. Yeah. But like, if they had room, and that's why you'd watch your leave get eaten up while you're sitting there waiting for a plane.
Right. Exactly. Yeah. One time I ended up spending the night sleeping in the food court at San Diego Airport. But that's probably the worst.
Airports get cold at night.
It depends on the airport.
Seattle Airport got cold at night because there's no people in it that are helping warm it, and we had to.
There's also no sunshine in Seattle.
Yes,
my kid and I had to spend the night in Seattle Airport one time, and we were like, "This sucks."
Yeah, but yeah, so I ended up having to leave a lot earlier than I expected.
Well, that sucked.
So it was a short time at Adepticon, but got to see a lot of people that you don't.
That's the best part.
You only get to see then.
Yeah.
Dan at Tectonic Craft Studios, who makes the wooden Adepticon badges. I I like to do that annually, but he's also making these. He showed me, he made them. I just didn't have a chance to pack them. He has made me company-sized trays.
Nice.
For my my chapter.
Yeah.
So I can put 100 Marines on a single tray. And
That's
he and I have
crazy.
been going back and forth about these trays. He's made me a command tray that has a captain, lieutenant, captain, chaplain, apothecary, tech marine, the whole command staff for each company. So I have
They have little circles that they
for them.
Yeah.
They're movement trays basically. And so I have a movement tray for 100 Marines. Yeah.
You can do
It's great.
movement trade. Cool.
And so we're gonna have to. I'm gonna try and do
As AJ used to say, cool.
I'm gonna do like an apocalypse style game or something, and be able to like deploy.
Yeah.
Demi
Got those new
companies.
apocalypse rules coming out.
companies
That's
or
right.
full companies.
There you go.
Yeah.
Nice.
There you go. That was kind of into Friday. I think that was the night Shell and I went to dinner on our own, and we went to the Chop House.
So we had drinks with Peter and Kat.
Yes,
Friday night.
That's right. That's
Before
right.
Space Hulk.
That place was cool. I can't remember what the name of that
No, that
place
was Saturday. No. It was Saturday.
Saturday we did that, but that was a cool little bar.
Fun little looked like a dive. Was actually pretty cool inside.
Yeah, it was like a house, but they'd converted it into a bar. So
cool.
it was such a cool little pub. I wish we had something like that around here. That was super cool. That's the thing I'll say about Milwaukee. Like that town
a
has
cool
some
spot.
character.
Yeah,
man.
yeah.
That town has some character. I really like it.
It's a college town, and it's an old time beer town.
And it's not huge. Like their population is like 800,000 or something like that. 600,000.
Yeah.
Like it's not huge, you know.
It's a very cool place.
Yeah. All right. Well, let's do this. Let's take a break. We'll come back complete where we were and what games we played, and then kind of go into what we thought about the event. So we'll be right back. All right, we're back, and we're at Saturday. We run the 40K Flex.
Yeah. Yeah.
That's what I do all day.
Yeah.
With Shell.
I hung out with you guys in the morning and talked to a bunch of listeners. I think Friday I got to meet Fish in person, which I had not hadn't met him.
It is not a voice changer.
No, but I did. Got to hang out with Ian a good amount. Seth, Captain Hawkeye.
Yeah.
Several listeners.
So
They're cool. Just good,
it was so great
putting faces to names,
Yeah.
hanging out with people in person,
and it
just
was
embracing the community.
It was interesting how many listeners and members of the Discord community, and how many members of the Discord community for the 40K Badcast, like we're all there, at the event, like each day. You know, it was great. It was great. We had
Saturday.
We had a fantastic time.
My nephew graduated from the Fire Academy, so I got to go to that.
That's awesome.
Celebration.
That's
why I
awesome.
leave early.
Yeah. No, I mean, I think that makes sense, right?
Yeah.
It's all about family.
That's
according
right.
to
And
Mr.
it was my
Diesel.
son's 31st birthday. So
According to Mr. Diesel, it's all about family.
that's right.
All right. So what did you do Saturday games wise?
Saturday after, helped you guys run the Flex in the morning, and then grabbed lunch with Dave Taylor, and then Dave and I went and played a game of Trench Crusade in the basement of death.
How'd that go?
It was a super fun game.
Yeah.
So funny.
Would Dave say the same thing?
Dave would say the same thing. We actually ended up playing on the exact same table that we played Combat Patrol on last year in the Basement of Death. This year we were playing Trench Crusade.
Where you destroyed him?
Where I destroyed him in Combat Patrol.
Yeah.
So this was a wild game. I took a pretty early points lead, but Dave, like his first two activations, he killed two of my models. Like I was like, oh, okay, like this.
And in a skirmish game, like that's
I had
those are big units.
Dave was playing a version of the Court of Seven, which is a very elite. Oh no, sorry, heretics. They are all about like treasure, and you cannot take cheap guys. Like they have a minimum cost that you have to spend on gear for them. So they're very elite. They have really good armor, good weapons, things like that. Which means he didn't have as many models as I did. But positionally, because I had more models, I was able to jump on objectives. But he put the hurt on me pretty quickly. in that game, losing some models. And then I had some just incredibly improbable things happen where his leader ended up running after me, and I had a guy with 2 pistols that took out his leader in one round of activations, which does not happen in Trench Crusade.
Here's
So
the
this
thing.
is this Necromunda?
No, it's Trench Crusade.
Trench Crusade. Yeah,
Here's the
it's
thing.
similar, but
here's the thing I would say, though. I get it. I didn't get the joke. Here's the thing I'd say. Josh always has these improbable things happen. and because of that, it makes me doubt that they're as improbable as maybe Josh is just subconsciously aware of like what the dice are doing.
Well, and also let's not. I mean, and we're talking about him like he's not in the room, but
No, let's
Josh
talk about him like he's not in the room.
Yeah, no,
Screw that guy.
He's a very good tactician. I mean,
take the headset off. I'm going to mute your mic.
He's like Josh Fricky, where you can look at a rule set,
Yes.
and he can just grok the whole thing in his head.
He also has a photographic memory.
Right.
So that helps.
It makes it really easy. Yeah. You have that eidetic Space Marine memory.
He's also played these for many, many years.
good at
also been
tactics.
playing war games since I was like 7 years old.
Right. There you go.
Yeah, you've got the hang of it. So I mean, a lot of my point is a lot of
And
the things
he rolls pretty well.
a lot of things. Well, he rolls what he needs to roll.
Right.
Right. I mean, sometimes yes, he gets hot streaks.
And it's
We
a
all
matter.
do.
It's a matter of maximizing your opportunities so that you can roll what you need to roll. So you're not always trying to roll a 6, right?
This all
You
sounds
put yourself
good
in a
in theory.
position-
Josh puts it into practice.
Yeah.
That's my
Right,
point.
right.
That's my point.
But with skirmish games, I would rather have fun moments than victories. So like I will do the improbable thing.
But you'll take the victory.
I'll take the risk. I'll take the risk to do the improbable thing because it's fun and just like it's cool if it happens. And so we had a couple of those moments where like this should not have happened.
I think some of that too is it's less of an investment in time.
Yeah.
Like by the time you set up a
100%.
game of 40K, you're like, well, I'm now invested.
Right.
Like I would like to win.
Yeah.
You know, I'm
Yeah.
not arguing that, but
That's what's so great about Spearhead and Necromunda, the smaller size games, is you have that ability to say, hey, that was great, let's re-rack.
Yeah.
Or,
I'm curious. I'm curious to see, speaking of Spearhead, or that's the Age of Sigmar, right?
Yeah.
I'm curious
Combat
to see
Patrol's going
what,
to look like that.
I hope so.
I think so.
I think it will.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm excited
And I
about
think
that.
they'll even push it one level further than
Yeah.
Spearhead.
And
Yeah,
I
just
think if
to keep
that's the
doing that.
case, Adepticon will have an event for that.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
For sure.
Yeah, it should. I'm actually
I
surprised.
mean, LVO already has Combat Patrol.
Yeah.
yeah.
No. I know that, like, so does the Open.
Right.
What I'm saying is, I think
they stopped it.
yeah, I think
After I won all the trophies 2 years ago, they stopped it.
Josh, you jerk. But what
for
I'm saying
painting.
is, I think they will embrace that once it
Yeah.
becomes more
Yeah,
Spearhead.
yeah.
Yeah.
All right.
And I hope they do.
So go back to your non Warhammer thing.
Yep. So we had a really fun back and forth game.
True. This is about what we did. At Adepticon.
know.
So we ended the scenario ended turn 4,
Yeah.
which points like I had taken a very clear lead on points, but model wise, had we gone another turn, I think Dave would have tabled me.
Yeah. Oh wow. Okay.
Yeah. So
Now, in Trench Crusade, if you table the other guy, does that mean you automatically win?
yeah, it depends on the scenario, but that is generally one of the conditions. Is if somebody runs out of models, the game ends immediately with victory.
Oh,
for it.
okay.
Oh,
yeah, yeah.
interesting.
There is similar to Necromunda. There's a bottling mechanic.
Right.
So if you fail a test, you don't immediately bottle. It's your warband's broken, and then every action that you do in the next turn is a risky action. And if you fail a morale check a second time, then you
bottle
break and bottle out.
Yeah.
Which is fun, and that happened in the game. So it was like it was super eventful, really fun.
I mean, that's actually critical then that it ended before you get a chance to table you.
Yeah, so it was like on the point side, I ran away with it, but on the like table game state, it was a very close game.
Yeah.
And had we gone another turn or two, like Dave would have tabled me.
Wow.
Yeah, it was super fun. It was a great game.
All right.
And always a pleasure to play with Dave. And Dave on his show last week was saying, all right, next year we got to figure out a new game system to play on that same table next year. So he's preemptively called me out for a new game next year.
He
On
wants
that
to
table.
play you again.
Yeah.
He didn't like it.
Yeah, so that was the worst game he's ever played was against you.
Crushed
Oh my god.
crushed my opponent hard.
Yeah.
It's very rare that I get to do that.
See, I can
When they feed themselves into the Demolisher cannon, like, I don't know what to tell you. He's the greatest.
He's such
of
a
guys.
nice guy.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's such good times just hanging out with him and good energy.
And it was really cool seeing him like sitting at the table at Army Painter, talking to
Yeah,
people
yeah.
and helping them with their painting and stuff like that. He's the way he just gives back to the community is awesome.
Yeah.
He's a wonderful human.
What else did you play? Did you play anything else Saturday?
That's all I played on Saturday. So after
Let's just
that,
roll into
I
Sunday.
walked into the Blood in the Water Trench Crusade event.
Yeah.
Saturday.
Well, you and Kat and Peter and I and Shell, we went to that little bar. We talked about that little bar. And then what did we do for dinner?
I went to dinner at the Chop House with Campos and Cheyenne after that. And then you guys had something you were doing.
Yeah, I don't remember. It's all a big blur.
But I went and hung out with AJ and Campbell for just a little bit in the Trench Crusade narrative event that was running. It was the 2-day event, and just those tables were amazing. So being very excited by Trench Crusade right now, I was like, that was a cool event.
The not Necromunda, the
Necromunda tables were awesome.
They were awesome, but
the disco. Oh, the armies. That's the Army Showcase was Saturday night.
Right.
That's what it was. Yeah.
Right.
The Adepticon armies on
Army Showcase.
I didn't get a picture of you standing on the Hero Rock.
I didn't stand on the Hero Rock.
I didn't even know it was there.
I noticed it on Sunday because I drank 18 bottles of water in like 15 and had to pee so much. I was just trying to stay hydrated because I could feel the voice going.
Yeah.
And walked by it so many times, but I did
That's
not.
right. We did.
Where was it?
It was
the armies thing?
No, the Hero Rock.
It was right over by where they were broadcasting the 40K championship tables.
Oh,
It was by the bathrooms in the back of.
Oh, I never. I always went to the other ones.
Yeah.
Okay.
And so we did. We went around to the Army's Army Showcase.
Army Showcase.
Yeah, that was really cool.
And that was cool. Now, for me, I think there was a clear like standout. There were two. There was one group of guys that were like preaching Sigmar stuff and trying to get people to sign up for their book and like Shell signed the book and stuff, and then they'd start yelling, "Oh, we got another recruit!" All this stuff. Those guys,
they were a little tryhard.
They were awesome.
Yeah.
They were awesome. I think they actually won something.
They did. Yeah, they won one of the Spirit Awards.
I can
or
see
one of the
why.
judge choices.
I could see why. Yeah. But the clear winner for me, was the Kraken.
The Kraken table.
Dude, did you see that display?
I saw pictures.
I wasn't there. Pictures do not do it justice. It was massive.
Yeah.
Multi-layered and leveled and little hidden areas.
So those guys are friends with Troy and the rest of the Basement of Death guys.
Are they?
So yeah, they're local-ish, and you you definitely have the local advantage for this of being able to transport something like that via car instead of airplane.
That is the problem.
But that doesn't detract from what they delivered. It was an absolutely incredible piece. Like the terrain was amazing. The miniatures that were in the terrain, and there was like stairways and caverns and multiple layers, and this giant Kraken that was 4 feet tall. Like it was really cool.
It was
piece.
incredible. Yeah. Like the fishing stuff they had done.
Yeah, I saw them.
And the fishing stuff they had done, and like the like sharks that had been torn, or like the shark creatures that had been torn open. Like it kind of told a whole story. That was incredible. The other thing with the melted green volcano thing, which was actually, when the guys explained it to me, they're like, "Oh, it's the Lochnar from Heavy Metal, the movie."
Right.
I was like, it is. I totally see it.
You have to be a certain age though to get that.
You do.
Yeah,
you do. There was a great amount of showcase stuff there. That guy's Legion Imperialis army was insanely
Ben's
huge.
collection of
it was huge.
All the Titans and then all the Imperial Fists. That's a lot of yellow. A lot of really beautiful yellow.
I talked to him a while about it. Yeah.
Ben's a very talented painter. He is the guy who sets up all the narrative. He did the 3D printed of the Epic like, Empire inspired
tables where you would go
that all the 8mm crew
Empires.
runs. Yeah, Mighty Empires. Yeah. That's
Mighty Empires. That's the fantasy one.
That's the fantasy one.
What was the
40K version of Mighty Empires? Don't remember.
I have 2 boxes of them over there. I'll go look at it. Anyway, that stuff was
I have
really
2 boxes
cool.
of the fantasy one.
I have 2 boxes of fantasy one too. That I put them all together.
Yeah.
So Dan Osborne and Ivan got tapped to display their Titanicus doubles models into the showcase because they wanted models represented from every game system. Was part of what they were doing there.
And both of their stuff.
And their stuff looks great, but obviously they didn't have a display board or anything like that, and they got put in kind of a weird spot that I don't think many people even saw. But it did inspire us that we're actually a group of our Santa Cruz crew are getting together, and we're going to do a Titanicus display board.
For next year,
out there,
and we're going to ship it out there.
Now, here's the thing. Yeah. Here's the thing. We have a couple listeners They reached out to me and they
Oh,
were
yeah.
like, if you want to like
Ship something
we were
out.
talking like PA
Yeah.
systems and stuff, and they're like, oh, we can bring stuff
Right.
if we're driving, so we might be able to ship something to a couple folks that
Right.
would be willing to drive it for you.
Yeah.
So you're not, but you could also probably just ship it to the hotel. We did that once with video equipment
Yeah,
and stuff,
yeah.
and it worked out just fine.
Yeah, I mean, when I shipped something to Atlanta the first year that I went to the Grand Narrative, the first year of Atlanta one, they charged me for it on
hotel
that
did?
end too.
Yeah.
The hotel did.
Rude.
Yeah, it was rude.
For
They didn't
receiving?
use that.
Interesting.
Everybody's trying to get their money now.
Yeah.
That's why Vegas is falling apart. Anyway, the showcase was really cool, and the Hero Rock was cool. Like Aaron got a picture on it.
I saw a lot of pictures. I mean, you guys posted a lot of pictures
yeah.
of the Hero Rock.
I forgot
I didn't see it when I was there.
We got Anthony and his kids
Yep.
stand on
Yep.
it and take
Yep.
pictures, and that was a lot of fun. So we had a good time. We had a good time that evening. Sunday rolled around. This was going to be the final day and the final day for the 40K Flex. Each of the other days, even if like people hit the 4 p.m. like finish for the event, we were like, we're going to do awards, collect your awards if you get some, and then you can continue to play your game if you want. We don't care. You can use the
Right.
table while we're not here. But that night it was like,
We
You gotta be done.
get off.
Yeah.
And people wrapped up their games pretty quick, and we were packing up tables as we had open tables where people were done
tables wrapped up.
to ensure that we had all our terrain, and Shell was labeling the
Right.
terrain 40K Flex so that we'll get it all back next year. And then some, because we're probably going to do some new stuff. I'm hoping to go out for a painting day with the painting team too. 40K Flex went great every day. It was very smooth. People came up, were able to join in some cases. There was only one period where we had an odd number of players because somebody had dropped or wasn't present. Aaron jumped in and played the ringer.
Yep. That was Thursday morning, I think.
Thursday morning or Friday, yeah. And that was great. So, I mean, it was fantastic. I think we might expand it a little bit next year. I'm hoping to add another row of tables.
Yeah. There's space for it. I think there's demand for it.
And I think there's interest for it. Yeah. So that hall is just perfect for all this stuff. So the reason we keep bringing up Hall E is it was not open last year.
Right.
And this year they opened it up, and it was all the 40K stuff and Age of Sigmar stuff. And Lord of the Rings stuff was behind us.
all the GW stuff.
Just the GW hall, which was,
That Lord of the Rings stuff was off the hook too.
Yeah.
Like those guys were having a lot of fun.
that was a big group of.
Like 120, they said.
Middle Earth strategy battle game. Thank you very much.
Yeah, whatever. Lord of the Rings. Listen, I don't work for the company. I don't care. Hobbits. Battle of Hobbits.
Battle of 5 army hobbits.
Yeah.
Middle Earth strategy battle game. So
Second breakfast.
it was nice that it had the
Attack of the
windows.
Second
The 11th
breakfast.
crew.
Having the windows in that hall actually made
was
such
so
a
great.
huge difference.
Yeah.
And you know what? It's funny because I didn't think about it until I saw it and it hit me. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I didn't think about it last year. It was like, oh yeah, there was no windows.
Well, you remember were you at Nova?
No.
When we went? So I went to Nova, and like the hall that it was being played in was so dark. I
Yeah.
was like, how can you guys see it?
Yeah, I've heard Dan and Campbell talk about
I would take pictures. It looks like
the middle school dance lighting conditions.
It looks like it looks like nighttime in the movie Terminator 2. Like everything had like a blue filter on it. Every picture I took there, it was just like, I'm like, how can you you got to have light? This hall was lit.
It was nice. It was really well done.
Amazing.
Yep.
What a great venue.
Yeah.
What a great venue.
It's
By the
fantastic.
way, I think the attendance was around 12,000.
Yeah.
So it has grown.
Yeah.
And
And the food was good.
Yeah.
food
As long
everywhere.
as you weren't trying to get food when the 40K tournament was on a break,
Yeah.
it was fine. Like
Avoid 12:30. Other than that,
Yeah,
it's fine.
the stand that had the Filipino food.
Yeah.
Oh man, that was good.
Shell liked the poke.
The poke, yep. I had that one time too. That was good too.
I
Yeah.
had the poke. I did have the Filipino at the acai bowl.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yep.
So
Needed some fresh stuff.
good stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah,
good
it was
stuff.
good.
All
At
around
Third Street Market, being a block away is such a good option. also.
reachable.
Yeah.
Yeah. All around.
My hotel included breakfast, which was my biggest complaint last year. It was hard to find breakfast when you had an early morning event. But this year, my hotel actually had a pretty good breakfast that was free.
So
No, it's included with the price of the room.
last year,
Fair.
we had met an individual who recognized me named Tarek, and he was there this year with his son. He had messaged us and said, "Hey, can we have breakfast?" And so Shell and I had breakfast with him the first day. which was great. What a great guy this guy is. And he's a listener of the show and just, incredibly smart, incredibly friendly, just really all around nice guy. So he was there with his little son.
I think I played him in the Flex last year.
I think you did.
Yeah.
I think you did. Just a wonderful guy. So we just got to meet so many listeners and stuff. It was just great. So, okay. So let's go into, now that we've kind of walked through what we did each day and we packed everything up and blah, blah, we talked about that. Okay. Let's talk about.
Oh, then we had the really good Thai food.
Our top 3 things from Adepticon. We'll go round robin.
Yep.
I'll start. Longshanks. Longshanks as an event runner.
Yeah.
Longshanks
makes sense.
Was a godsend. Yeah. It was so much easier and less stressful to pair people. Even when I round up in situations where like I'd go up to guys and they'd be like, "Oh, we play each other all the time. Like we're friends." And there's, by the way, a setting in there where I can say, "Don't play."
Yeah.
They would go, "Oh, well, we just got paired and we live next to each other. We play. Is there any way?" I go to the table next to you and just tell them to swap places with you. And so like they just switch. But people were in that
they
mode.
let you know ahead of time, then.
But Longshanks was
an answer for
so
it.
easy for everything. I think it's even going to be easier next year as I allow people to be able to register themselves. So I don't have to have them come up to the desk. So it was great stuff.
You should still check them in to make sure they're there.
100%.
Yep.
100%.
Register themselves.
So that was my number one.
Nice.
Adan, what was your number one?
It reaffirmed my love of the Flex, to stay on a theme. But no, I played it last year, and I played it this year. I wanted it to be the first thing that I did. I just love it. I think it's that Garage Hammer feel. Yeah. I talked about the game.
It's how we play here.
Yeah,
right?
and it's I talked about the game that I played with Sean Ireland earlier. Yeah, it's that same vibe. Yeah, and it's just it's nice to be able to. You're playing it at a big event. You feel like you're part of this huge thing that's happening, but it's chill. Yeah, and I really like it. And it's people. A lot of the people, as you mentioned, are from our community, so they kind of know what it is stepping in, and it's awesome.
Yeah. And
to reaffirm my love.
I see a lot of people expressing interest in it. Even that thread I was talking about in Reddit where it was like negative. I was like, well, I ran the 40K Flex and blah, blah, blah. Right. And this is what we did. And then like, people are like, what is this 40K Flex you're talking about? And they're like, oh, that sounds awesome. And I'm like, well, come play,
Yeah. So the way some people really like to play 40K.
I mean, like, if you really like 40K, like this is the way to play.
Yeah. My only complaint about the Flex is that I always wish I had more time.
Get out. Oh, okay. It was just you. Okay, never mind.
What?
Because you had to complain about the Flex.
Oh, yeah.
What do you mean? Do you mean more time in the round?
Yeah.
Really? More than 3 hours?
Every time I played two different games. Instances of Adepticon and played the Flex in both years, and all 4 of my games I wish I'd had more time.
How much more time do you need?
A half hour would probably be enough.
Interesting.
Because both years I played into lunch.
Yeah.
And both years I played past the end of the day.
Yeah. Okay. Well,
but that's, that's just could be, and I don't consider myself.
Great suggestion already.
I don't consider myself to be a slow player.
No, I don't think you are at all.
I think part of it is just, you're having so much fun and you're laughing and you're talking and, oh, I can't believe you made that many more feel no pains. Oh my gosh.
And it is taking it more casually.
Yeah. But anyway.
Let me think about that. Okay. What about you, Josh?
My highlight for this was
give me your cop-out answer.
I have so many friends that are there's so many friends from our group, like especially from the immediate group that I don't see that often, but then also Southern California, and then all the friends that I've just made through the show and through games throughout the years, like playing against Dan and Campbell, Peter and Kat, like Dave, like they're all in different parts of the country. For me. So and I have so many industry friends that are working the show there, but there's just like the confluence of everybody coming together there. And, I've got 70 plus really good friends right here.
Yeah.
Just like,
we didn't even talk
who do I want to hang out?
Yeah. We didn't even talk about like the Army Painter.
Army Painter crew, Kat, Table War crew. All just, there's so many wonderful people that I love to see. And for me, it really is the family reunion that you want to attend to with how many friends that I have there every year.
Right. This is why I looked forward to it more than Christmas. Yeah. I'm not even exaggerating. That is literally how I feel when it got canceled. My heart was broken.
Yeah.
And we get to see these people that we've just become close with. We're so far apart. Like everybody's so far apart.
But you still feel like you're close.
When we started this show, I did not consider like the reach it would have.
Right. Yeah.
And so like even when Shell and I went to Australia, meeting and staying with people who we knew because of the show and then had conversations with and met their families and like it's amazing. It's a great community.
And like every year I meet more and more listeners of the show come up and just like that group just keeps getting bigger and bigger every single year. And that is absolutely my favorite part.
Now I will say I am terrible with names. I'm terrible. And so many people do come up. Like people will say, oh yeah, we met last year or 2 years ago. And I'll be like, okay, I'm sorry. And I've gotten to the point where I'm like, I'm sorry. I just don't remember. Like it's just too many people.
Yeah. Yeah.
You know, there's like a
That's a good problem to have.
Yeah, there's like a core that like I remember just because we're engaged all the time. But then like if I've met somebody and we're like, oh yeah, last year, and then remember if they remind me, they're like, remember we did this? And I'm like, oh yes. Like, you know, but I feel awful when I meet somebody and I can't remember. But
here's some bad news for you. As you get older, it's going to get harder.
Listen, dude, I know. I'm having problem remembering some names and I'm like, oh, what the hell's going on with me?
What was your number 2, Carl?
My number 2 was taking pictures on the Hero Rock. And I'm not even joking. Like I saw it, I was like, "Oh my god!" I'm like, Aaron,
to describe to people what it says, basically, it's a 1-to-1 scale of a 40K base with a Hero Rock on it.
It was done as an April Fool's gag 2 years ago.
Yeah, but I'm but
it's a life-size 40 millimeter equivalent base.
I would literally
32 mil, I think.
Look, I would literally buy one.
You're probably right.
Yeah, right.
I would buy one and I would have it here.
You just pose on it
all day long.
Yeah,
like it was so fun.
Who was it in Discord that photoshopped your picture too? So you've
Oh yeah.
Photoshopped Calgar.
But yeah.
I think was it Fish?
Probably.
I think it was Fish.
Fish or Ned.
It's
gonna be one of those two guys.
Yeah. I love it. Like I should make that my profile picture.
Marnius Carlgar.
I'm telling you, dude. Yeah, it's Carlos Tunnelist. I'm gonna send it to Aaron Dembski-Valdi.
Yeah.
And be like, see, I told you.
Yeah.
Look how cool.
He's real. Right about him.
Wearing his baseball hat in his Terminator armor.
And he'll die in the first chapter.
Adan, if they have it at the Grand Narrative when you go, like, dude, you got in costume.
If I knew it was there, I would have done it.
But you'll be in costume. Like, I never wanted to have a costume more.
Yeah.
So I think at LVO, Dave, Taryn, Dustin Goddard, who's jumped in, and I are all going to be playing orcs.
Yeah.
And we may all be playing Stampas. Not sure yet, but we're playing in the team event.
But you also may all stand on this rock one at a time.
In costume.
And then we will Photoshop a picture of all you as an army.
Yeah.
So that we can put all the pictures.
That's a unit. That's a ragtag unit. But
a whole squad.
Command squad.
Okay, so now Taryn and Dustin, you got to have costumes now.
You got to costume up, dude.
Yeah.
I'm telling you, like I'm not a costume guy, but when I saw the rock, I was like, really wish I had.
I think I just turned into a costume.
Wish I had a costume. Wish I had a costume. So that was mine. I
wish it was last year because I had that witch hunter costume with the metal pauldron,
and it was just so fun. I mean, like you didn't have to wait in line to get on it or anything. You just walked up and you took your own pictures.
That's awesome.
And so like we got pictures of Anthony and his kids, and of course, I'm not just standing on like a pose.
Oh no, you were posed. Yeah.
Hell yeah.
You got to strike a pose.
All right,
it's a Hero Rock.
Adan, what was your second?
My number 2 was actually volunteering at the Reg booth.
Yeah.
I actually really enjoyed it. I liked that feeling of helping out, and I talked to Matt and those guys, and it was some of them actually recognized me when I walked up. That was kind of cool. And
nice.
But no, I enjoyed doing that. I enjoyed helping out.
Nice, yeah.
Interacting with people.
You're so community oriented. That doesn't surprise me at all.
I'm definitely going to be doing that again.
Nice, cool.
All right. Number 2, Josh.
For me, it's all the games I get to play at Adepticon.
I'm telling you, I didn't play
all
enough.
the friends, all the games.
I didn't play enough games. And like next year, I'm playing more games.
Yeah. So last year I played 12 games, which was too many games. This year I played 7 games, which felt like the right amount of games. I had a much better balance of
but you
social
also skirmish to larger.
Yeah, I'm also. I love Adepticon for the amount of variety of games that are there. So like last year I played Bushido and Titanicus and Shatterpoint and 40K with Combat Patrol, and being able to take a bunch of game systems and play a bunch of games with a bunch of really fun, cool people.
Right.
Such a highlight for me.
Yeah.
Like Adepticon for me is never going to be like, I'm going to go to Adepticon and I'm only going to play 40K.
Right.
Because I can play 40K
I think you
all
should.
the time. So like I really like to lean into that, embrace it, and try to last year, again, I was trying to like build up Bushido and Shatterpoint in my local communities because they're really fun games that not a lot of people play. But
Mordheim.
Yeah. Mordheim.
Earlier when I was saying Necromunda, we got off topic.
Oh, yeah.
The Mordheim display boards.
Those boards are incredible.
I kind of want to play Mordheim. Yeah.
Well, we're playing in June. So
I am aware.
You should join.
Yeah.
All right, Carl, number 3.
I have to look. The game against the Bad Cast.
That was a super fun game.
For me, this was honestly the highlight of. I mean, running the flex and all that is great, and like we loved it. We had a good time. Longshanks made it easy, but playing the Bad Cast. First off, it was one of the only games I played while I was there.
Yeah, right.
And it was a fantastic game.
Yeah,
and I love Campbell and Dan.
That was
Campbell. I don't know how we became friends other than like we were both on the Something Awful forum.
You met a man on the internet.
I met a man on the internet.
And then you went to Europe with him.
And we went to Europe and he came with us. And I was like, hey, we're going if you want to go. And he's like, you know what? I do. And I'm like, who is this guy? Like,
who did I just
occurred
invite
to me
to-
like afterwards, I'm like, I don't know who Campbell is. Yeah, we're going, but you get a vibe.
He's our kind of weird.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's awesome.
Yeah, he's a great guy.
And so he and Dan, I was really glad Dan was able to get out there.
Yeah.
And I've listened to their episode already, which aired today, about it, and I know that they feel a certain way about the events that have impacted the Nova Open, and have decided that that's not their home anymore. But I think that they found a home here.
Yeah. Hopefully.
And that's how I feel. Like
Yes.
like getting there and just I didn't get to spend as much time with people as I wanted to. I'm gonna rectify that next year. Like whoever assists with the flex is going to be like, yeah, well, you're committed to one day entirely or whatever,
right.
We'll figure it out so that I get to go off and do stuff and Sheldon gets to go off and do stuff that we didn't get to do. So, but it was worth it. It was 100% worth it.
Absolutely.
And we've set the tone.
Yeah.
Set the tone. What about you? Oh, Adan.
Yeah. My third was the dinner at Mater's. It actually was.
It was a good group.
It was really cool. It was 18 people. We took up 2 whole tables. The staff. So Cheyenne.
I was going to say thank you.
Shout out to Cheyenne because he did something that was really
herded
important.
all the cats.
So he made sure that everybody decided from the menu what they wanted before we got there, and he gave them a list of names and their orders.
Yeah.
And I talked to the waitress, and she was like, "No one's ever done this before. It was awesome.
Yeah.
I loved it.
Yeah.
The staff there loved the
It's so
fact
easy.
that it's a big group, which is hard. I've worked in restaurants. Serving a big group is a pain in the neck, but it flowed so smoothly.
Yeah.
And a lot of that was because of the organization that Cheyenne
Good job,
did with
Cheyenne.
that. Yeah.
Yep.
And but again, we had 18 people there, but it was a great group of people, a lot of laughing, a lot of fun.
And we added a couple people last minute, like Kat and Caleb, and Cheyenne was pleasant. Look, I know how frustrating.
Craig and Ivan also.
I know how frustrating it can be to organize stuff like this and changes that people make, and I appreciate what Cheyenne did.
Yeah,
absolutely.
And it was a fantastic group, fantastic time, and it was something that it felt very, very comfy.
Yeah, it's a good call. That's a good call, Adon. Yeah, good one. What about you, Josh?
For me, my number 3 was just the insane level of talent that was there. And
well, thanks, but I've been working on it.
all the painting competitions. So there was the worthy competition through Atomic Mass Games. There was the art,
Miniatures is art.
Monument Hobbies, Miniatures is art. The Creature Caster painting common, the Golden Demon. This is the biggest Golden Demon they've ever had. There was over 900 entries in Golden Demon.
That's crazy.
The level of talent was insane.
Dude, it's the level of painting at the Golden Demon.
Yeah.
Is off-putting. It is.
It's intimidating.
It is.
It's intimidating.
Yeah. It is. You look at it and you're like, yeah, well, why bother?
Yeah.
But I'm going to bother.
And it's interesting talking to people who do the judging, the microscopic things that they look for to weed people out because it's that intense.
Dave Taylor walked me through all of it and how it matters. And I'm like, oh, I never thought about those things.
Yeah.
Shell and I ran into Ben Comets like in the hallway, and he recognized Shell immediately from the first year that, we've seen him every year we've gone there, but there was that one first year she went there and he like handed her his big, demon. And she just, I said, this is not like an ordinary event. speaking of which, I have to bring something back up. Sorry, and we'll get back to your talent thing. But Ben, like right there, he was like, "Oh, look, this is what I've done." And it was so nice. Like he's such a nice guy.
He is a nice guy.
But we were talking to him.
That's a cool piece.
Because that first year that Shell went, everybody was like showing, all these artists are sitting there while we're waiting in the Schaumburg Hotel, and they're just like now passing to Shell the work that they've done so she could look at it. And she's like freaking out about, I'm touching this thing that we had seen in the case.
Right.
Oh, it was beautiful. And there was a young kid and his dad there. And Ben had painted up an Abaddon.
I remember this story.
And he gave it to the kid.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
And I was like, Ben, I play Black Legion, dude. Like I told him that.
But you're not a kid.
I told him that this year. I was I play Black Legion. No, I'm not a kid. You know who else isn't a kid? That kid anymore. And you know what? He and his dad were playing in the Flex this week.
Oh, no way.
Yes, and we saw his dad and we're like, "Hey,
you still
were
playing
you
Black
at
Legion?
Adepticon and isn't this your son?" He's like, "Yeah," and he goes, "We go to these painting things and blah blah blah." And so it was cool to like reconnect
and his
with
kids
them.
got inspired about painting because of the fact that Ben Comets gave him
his
this.
kid is
Abaddon.
quite the painter.
Yeah.
I would be too if Ben Comets wanted to give me an Abaddon.
Hint, hint, nudge, nudge. Yeah.
Ben doesn't listen to this show.
No.
I'll mail it to him though. What a great guy Ben is. And it was so great to like reconnect with the father. Like we were talking, like
That's
Shell and
pretty
I
cool.
were talking for a while.
That's
Like,
pretty cool.
Remember? And he's
But
like,
that's a classic Adepticon kind of moment.
totally.
Yeah.
Goes back to what you were talking about
This
and
community.
Both of you were talking about the
This
community
community's
thing.
just amazing. Yeah.
I love it.
Staying like chatting with Dave Taylor a lot around the Golden Demon cases, but also the Army showcases.
That's the other thing. Army Showcase. Yeah.
Hanging out with Ivan and Craig so much. Both Golden Demon enters. Ivan won another gold for his Golden Demon entry.
Craig did not. And I thought Craig's
was phenomenal.
It had such good humor.
It had so
to
much.
It too.
Yeah.
It was a bunch of grots on a joyride.
He's such a good storyteller with his
so good.
Yeah.
That's one of the cool things him and Dave are really good at. Dave Gormley is their pieces tell stories.
Yeah.
It's really great.
Yeah, absolutely. Like hanging out with those guys, rooming with Dan Osborne and just talking about painting. It's just like being around
Dan
like
is such a cool
the
dude,
pro level painters, like even more just really got me inspired. And if you go back like 2 or 3 episodes ago, I actually wanted to have something in Golden Demon for this year. Just that timing and getting into Shatterpoint at the last minute and then not playing anyways. My bandwidth for painting didn't go that direction, but I'm absolutely doing something for next year. Like there's no way I'm not.
Do something with your Eldari because you're kind of taking the Eldari to the next level. So you should.
Eldari and Legions Imperialis are.
Oh, that's true too.
Oh, it'd be great to see a Legion.
Yeah, Ivan won for his Thunderhawk. That thing was
so part of the reason
really
I ended up
done.
not putting my entry in is because Ivan and I were talking like 3 months ago and had almost identical ideas for what we wanted to do with that, and it's like, okay, like I could put it in there, but there's no way it's competing against Ivan. So
it was funny because I saw that and I didn't know that was Ivan's, and I saw it in the case, and I'm like, oh, that looks really cool.
I showed that piece to my wife.
Yeah.
I'm like, look at this thing, and I zoomed it in.
You go, it's this big.
Right, and then I showed her how big it was. She's like, you're kidding. I'm like, no.
Nope.
No, it's crazy good.
It's like those people who carved a head of a piece of grain of
out
rice.
of a pencil.
Yeah.
Oh my god.
So I'd ordered the assault troops to jump out of a Thunderhawk for the like special because I've already painted all mine on bases for Legions Apparel. So like I went and had to buy extra ones, and I got these like 6 months ago. So like I had the plan to do it, and then I was like, okay, I'm competing against Ivan, so I'm not going to do it for Golden Demon. I'm still going to do it for me. But
I just want to do it for me.
Demon.
I just want to put something in there for me.
Yeah.
I don't expect that it's going to do anything particular, but I'm going to be able to point to it.
I will put something in next year without expectations, but I'm putting something in.
Yeah. And I think it'll be fun.
Absolutely.
It'll be fun.
Yeah.
And it'll
like
be
Dave
fun
says, he
push
just wants to
myself.
get a pin.
Yeah.
I'd settle for a pin. You know, I'd be ecstatic.
I'd be
if I
thrilled
got
to
it.
get
ecstatic.
I would be
Yeah.
ecstatic
If you got a pin, that would be that's.
I'll settle for a sticker saying good job.
Yeah.
Just a
Listen,
gold star.
Here, if neither of us get a pin, we'll give each other a pin.
A little gold star. Yeah.
We're still winners for trying.
Totally winners. I will say,
I want to push my skill. Like I'm will be soon done painting armies for a while, so I want to like focus on more showcase models like that.
that level of talent, though. You're not wrong. Like it is intimidating in the sense
It's
that
inspiring though.
yeah, it's both. Like
It's both at the same time.
It's one of those things where you look at it and you're like, the level of time I'm going to have to train to get to anywhere near this level is significant. And if you look at Golden Demon 15, 20 years ago, not even close.
No.
Like the level has just, it's insanely
Skyrocketed.
higher.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yep.
So, I mean, Ben Comet's thing, I don't know if you saw it or
Yeah,
we
I
talked
did,
to you about
yeah,
it. Like
yeah.
he had organic pieces in it. So like the shell of this, it looked like a Necromunda outdoor creature.
It was a Sylvaneth one.
I thought
it was Sylvaneth.
I thought it was more like, it looked, because it was like grimdark. So it looked more like
Like an ash waste kind of
like
thing?
an ash waste kind of thing to me. But anyway, regardless, like the shell of the creature was actually like a walnut shell that he had taken.
Oh,
and then
really?
Like, yeah. And then like the feathers on the thing, he'd taken like I want to say like a peacock feather and had like cut pieces of the peacock feather
my
on.
gosh.
The eyes of the insect, which were like sparkly, like he'd use like individual like little pieces of something shiny, like and it individually put it, and I looked at it, I go,
It's like abalone shell.
the magnifying glass USC goes, oh yeah.
Yeah, oh, yeah.
Like it was, and he goes, this won't win anything because it's not something GW
Right.
can sell. It's,
Right.
You can't look at this and go, that's a GW model.
It doesn't- yeah.
I'm just entering it to
Yeah,
enter.
yeah.
It had already sold.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. It had sold to Veracos. So
Oh, yeah. Cool. Nice.
So he's just like, I just want to enter it to be cool, you know.
It's in the vault now.
But like he had done like all these like I want to say there was like a little insects and they were like made out of like tiny shells of like sunflower seed shells or something like.
Oh, wow.
And all of it had been sealed and everything, but
Right.
it was like you couldn't see that in it when
Right.
you looked at it.
Yeah.
You're like, oh man, this is impressive.
Yeah.
So yeah, you're right. The talent level's off the chain.
Yeah.
Any new products catch your eye? I walked around the 40K, the sales floor. I didn't buy anything. I bought one thing. We bought Necro molds, which we saw last year, and they were sold out when we went to buy it. And Shell just wanted it,
Yeah.
so we got it where you
Just
can
wants to smash Play-Doh
you can
dudes.
smash Play-Doh dudes, and it's a little silly war game.
Yeah.
Like it's not that deep. But like the only reason we bought it was they were like, oh, they had 2 left, and I'm like, oh, let's just grab it because we were gonna grab it online later.
Yeah.
But let's just grab it. So we grabbed that. But like, I didn't find anything that I was like, oh, I have to buy this. This is a new cool thing. I kind of feel like I'm in a position where I have everything I need,
Yeah.
other than 3 defilers. But so I mean, I ended up
9.
okay.
9, remember?
I also really want that Abaddon statue
Oh, yeah. From What a Workshop.
and that Celestine statue.
Got to trade up.
The Celestine one. Man.
I knew that was going to get you.
If I hadn't bought that Joy Toy helmet, because the spot that it's in, I think Celestine would have fit there.
That Celestine is sick,
so good.
dude. Yeah. And that Abaddon, like
Incredible.
Yeah.
The veins.
Shell would let me buy
The
it.
veins on his like
Shell
forehead
was half
popping out.
encouraging me to buy it, and I'm just like, I got a statue there, and it's neat to have, but it's like, so I have another statue. I mean, it would be cool.
Well,
a
you've got
cooler
you've got an Imperium one. You got to have a Chaos one.
There's a Chaos guy on that one.
The one who's getting killed.
Nobody's getting, you don't know that.
The single berserker against
but I mean,
Gilliman.
other than that, which was a major expenditure that I wasn't willing to lay money out for at the time, there's just nothing I needed to buy. I didn't see anything that struck my fancy. Anything that struck you guys?
Josh?
The one thing that I actually bought was the secret sauce for Pro Acryl, and this is turning Pro Acryl paints into their one step. So it's basically their version of a speed paint, contrast paint. So you take any existing color you already have and you add this medium to it, and it will transform into that. And that one I'm just curious to play with.
Have you played with it yet?
I have not played with it. I haven't
Curious to
painted
hear how it
anything-
goes.
Anything post, but I am excited to just take it for a test drive.
I love the Army Painter speed paints.
I'm not speed painting at all. So for me, like I've just been painting for so long and have such a system that works for me that I keep improving and pushing that I'm happy with that. But
I use
this
them
is
as filters a lot.
Yeah, this
To airbrush.
I think I will. I'll find some fun ways to apply it.
Nice.
The other thing, I don't know if it was brand new, but it was the first time I had seen it, which was the guys that do all the dirty down rust, those effects. They do the moss and the rust.
Yeah.
They had the gore, which I had not seen before. So this might have just been a new to me, but it looked pretty cool. And
Yeah, I hadn't seen gore before.
I've done lots of gore on Sharkadons among other models over the years. So seeing a kind of a one-stop bottle solution, I do a clear red and ink, and mine's more involved with stippling it and all that. But like just seeing a pretty cool gore solution in a bottle that it looked better than the technical paints I've seen, like GW's Blood for the Blood God. It's okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But the
Those guys know what they're doing.
Yeah.
Yeah. The other new
It
thing I
smells
saw.
like cancer, but it looks good. It looks good though.
The only other new thing that I saw that I thought was interesting, I didn't end up buying it, but because I didn't have much space with me, was the Goblin. Can't remember the name of the company. Goblin something stamps with the thing where you
Goblin Hobbies.
Goblin Hobbies where they use the little thing and you take the rubber and you make a stamp out of it.
It's Brent from Gooertown Hobby and
Gooertown and Casey.
Casey from eBay.
So I don't know if you've seen this. It's showed up a lot in my Facebook feed. Somebody stole that idea for fingernails.
They actually took the idea from fingernails.
They took the idea from fingernails.
So I was like, wait a minute.
That backwards.
That's the
my
Goblin
friend.
Hobbies guys.
Yeah.
No.
Yeah.
That idea came from fingernails, and they took it. And I actually talked to them because they are also going to be a prize support.
Cool. So anyway, they came up with some new stuff.
They gave me that
new
plates,
set of stamps and stuff. And so I came really close to buying them, but I didn't.
And I can't say much more, but they also may have gotten some licenses.
Oh, awesome.
Yeah. I can't mention the companies. It's
right.
I don't think it's Games Workshop, but they do have some licensed stuff that's coming up, so where it's like the actual things
icons
for that game.
Yeah, good.
Yeah, or for those games, I should say. Yeah. So those guys are the nicest. And Brent has always been just such a pleasure to hang out with. Like we used to role play with him and just talk to. And I was so excited for them and their success. Like, I couldn't be happier.
Their booth seemed pretty busy.
Constantly.
Yeah. They're hopping. That's good.
Yeah. New games that caught your eye. Well, none caught mine.
Let's start with Carl.
All right. No, this is not mine. Oh, it is mine. StarCraft is of course interesting, and like I said in the notes, but I need another game like I need a hole in the head at this point. And that hole in the head is probably called Trench Crusade. Just because all you knuckleheads are playing it. I look at the scale of the StarCraft thing, like 40K fills that void for me. I don't need StarCraft.
Another company level game.
I did play a demo of StarCraft with Ivan.
Yeah.
We did go in for the pre-order, which is the last of my hobby funds for the year went into StarCraft. So that's all I got. But the interactivity of that game, it was actually on the mechanics. I've played StarCraft since the original came out, played StarCraft, played Brood Wars, played StarCraft 2. And like, these are my formative teenage years playing StarCraft. So
I played a lot of StarCraft.
Very into it, but the interactivity mechanics, alternating activations, but then it also has mechanics where you can change initiative within phases of a round. So like you have the initiative in movement, but your opponent can steal the initiative for the shooting part of the game. It's like, oh, you are never not engaged in that game. Like
that's cool.
Which 40K for me, just it's the style of 40K, the you go, I go for full army scale. Just makes it's a less interactive experience.
Yeah. I agree.
Which I still absolutely love. Don't get me wrong. It's not going anywhere. But
no, I wish they did I wish they did the bolt action activation thing for 40K.
All right.
But I'm in for StarCraft.
I'm gonna do a Trench Crusade Force, of course.
And then there was another one you saw that you kind of liked. I thought
there was another game which is they were doing a kind of a soft launch at Adepticon. It won't actually come out for it's coming on Game Fund later this summer, I think in July. But it's Oasis, which is I don't remember
seeing this game.
I don't remember seeing it either.
So this had a really, really cool display table. The aesthetics of this game look incredible. It's 6mm, so it's same Legions Imperialis scale, and it's near future, so it's like 2200 AD. And then it's basically like all these corporations have gone through a portal, and then portal got cut off from the rest of like Earth. So it's all... everybody is trying to just like scavenge for supplies and things like that in this new sector of the galaxy that they're in. The aesthetics of the game are incredible. Again, 6mm scale. It speaks to a lot of things that I love. Especially one of the things I love.
Did you play a demo of it?
I did not play a demo. I watched a demo played.
Okay.
It was just in the vendor hall there.
Right.
The models are cool.
If you saw the table that they had there was this giant like table. The terrain looked really cool. Everything was painted incredibly. They had one of the magnet plates. So there was actually like a spaceship floating using magnets on the table. So you can like spin it around 360 and it was just floating up above that. The game is... It's like 50-50 of killing your opponent, but then also you're trying to scavenge supplies out of very specific objective sites. Right. It did, like the aesthetics and scale just absolutely do it for me. So I don't know if I'll get into it or not, but
it looked interesting.
But it looks really cool. So yeah.
Yeah. It has
similar to Legions Imperialis, where you have like Titans and drop pods and
I just feel like
ships and things like that.
For me, this will fall into like the Firestorm Armada or
Dropzone Commanders. What it kind of
what I'm saying is it
won't get played a lot, but I think I'll really enjoy the games that are played if I get. But the cool thing they are doing a fully physical release. They are also doing a fully digital release, so I can have PDF rules and print my own files. So
that's the way to go for some of these newer games,
especially indie companies like that.
Indie companies, because there were so many games. That's what struck me as I was going around the vendor hall. There were so many games. I mean, there's and I kind of put it in here, the old friends that I'd like to get back to, like Bolt Action and Malifaux and Conflict 47, Sharp Practice. These are games that I used to play because the game group that I was in played them, but I haven't played them, but we're there and we're still doing
Adepticon's
and then it's just blown up with all these other games.
Yeah.
I mean, stuff that I'd never heard of.
That's kind of how Salute was. Remember we went to Salute? It was you walk through that hall in Salute in England, and it was this like game after game that you've never heard of, and you were like, oh, okay, some niche thing that that was a fun event for us.
So that was kind of what struck me as I was going through the vendor hall was all these different games. I ended up buying some character models for Conquest, but other than that, I didn't buy anything that was new.
Yeah.
But yeah, it was just, I bought 2 tableware mats.
Nice.
I heard you bought 2 tableware mats.
Yeah. So,
and I heard something else about the tableware mats you bought.
Okay.
Don't you already have one of the tableware mats that you bought?
No.
I thought that was you.
No,
it was somebody else.
So one of the things I realized, so I'm hosting another all day game day at my house for Conquest for the old Endgame guys. And I realized we were going to be playing the larger games now, so it's going to be 4x6. And I thought, I literally have over a dozen tableware mats. I'm good.
I thought it was you.
Then I started looking through the mats, and I actually only had like one 6x4 mat that was could be used in a fantasy or a non-sci-fi setting.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
So I actually made a list of all the mats that I owned and the sizes and things like that. After I realized this, and now with the 2 that I bought, I own 22 different tableware mats.
Oh my goodness, that's more than me.
Of different sizes.
I've got a lot. I don't have that many.
No, I have a lot, but no, I probably have a dozen.
But and some of them are even double-sided Kill Team mats.
Well, okay, I'm not counting the Kill Team ones. I have a lot of Kill Team ones too.
So, but I realized I didn't have enough mats of like grassy fields or
just
standard, non-sci-fi, generic things. And so I ended up having to buy 2 4x6 tableware mats. And I was like, how am I going to get these home? So what I did is, and it was easy to do, I just Todd was really good, and he used some packing tape, and we just taped the 2 things together. So I had these 2 things taped together, and I just checked it.
Oh yeah.
And they, no problem.
Nice. That's not something that's really going to get damaged.
No, I mean, it's not going to get damaged.
Even if it got folded in half.
Right.
Yeah. I mean, there was a guy coming in, and he had his roller bag with a tableware style mat, kind of bungee bent over the top of it around it.
That's smart.
And I was like, oh, what a great way to bring your mat.
It's a good idea.
Yeah.
All right. So I just wanted to call out real quick. So most of these vendors that I'm going to talk about right here, Shell and I walked around, talked to vendors,
right?
Explained who we were, what the show was about, and we talked about the Hobby Progress Challenge. Shell was awesome during this, by the way. And as we went through all of this, as I said earlier, like many people were eager to like, yes, let us help support you. We're happy to do so. And it's like some would try to give us product there. And I'm like, I don't want the product. What I actually, and I explained what happened last year was the Army painter, who's going to be a supporter of this again, shipped us a bunch of stuff from Europe. And then we ended up shipping this stuff back to Europe. I go, it's kind of a waste. What we'd prefer to do is give you the address of the winners and then you ship the stuff to the winners. And we told them, and it's not going to be like somebody in Australia that's going to cost a fortune. Like we have a limit on what we will spend in terms of shipping. If somebody in Australia wins something, we work out something else with them, like get them a gift card to their local shop or something along those lines of equivalent value. And they're like, oh, that's a good idea. And so we talked to Creature Caster, who were immediately, they were so friendly and so supportive. And so I have an email address to reach out to them and give them, I'm writing the letter now for everybody. Army painters obviously gonna help us out.
Yeah.
And they're usually very, very generous with their giveaway stuff. Woodland Scenics had a line. They had a line there called something else, and I can't remember what it was, but it was all for making like battlefield stuff. And they were like super friendly. And the woman that was the marketing gal there that would work, like we hit it off, and her and Shell hit it off right away. And so they're going to help us out. We have Goblin Hobbies, who are doing the Stampin' Plates, and they're going to provide some stuff there pretty soon. In Table War's going to help us out as well. So, and we're continuing.
I heard the owners are pretty nice guys.
Yeah, they're all right.
Well, one of them.
Yeah. You can decide.
You can decide which one.
I love both those guys, but
I know which one.
Yeah, that's funny.
That was good. So we made some good progress. Like I didn't talk to every vendor there,
Right.
and I didn't talk to like new game vendors.
No.
Because I was like, okay. Although to be
It
honest,
should be something that's Warhammer related.
Creature Caster is like coming up with a game. And they were like, we'd be very interested in like helping, providing something. I'm like, absolutely. We're not going to turn that down either. So,
Right.
But I didn't like hit up like people that had like game systems. This is really supposed to be Warhammer related, but we told them it was not specific to Warhammer either. So, so anyway, I think there'll be some great stuff for the giveaways. Problems or issues that occurred to you or suggestions for improvement. Adan, you had a great one right off the bat, but man, like, it was good. It was so good.
It was a good show. Yeah.
Can you humidifier?
Yeah, humidifiers.
But that's personal. Like I think we will bring a small humidifier and bring it to the hotel room.
So
that would be such.
The event halls were like the heater was running because it's winter in Wisconsin or early spring. So it was cold outside. There was a couple pretty cold nights. So it was dry because the heater,
which was wild because the first night was so comfortable. We were in t-shirts outside.
It's like a 30-degree swing across the week. But then like Dan and I had the AC running in the hotels the whole time to counteract all the heaters that were running because like it just so I think it's just the double dose of dry. That was but it was not nearly as dry last year. So I think that's also
but that's not
to be a dry
event complaint.
No.
Yeah.
That's
no.
That's the Midwest. Well, my only complaint was the Golden Demon lines were hard to see because so many. It was the largest attended Adepticon I think ever. It was the most Golden Demon entries ever.
Right.
But there's a lot of people like taking pictures of every single model.
Yeah.
And then going back and like actually looking at the models and taking it all.
It's so crazy.
It was just the line didn't move. So the only time I really
the other
got
problem
to see
is
it was
people would
after
come
hours
into the line.
Yeah.
Like they wouldn't wait in line and they just step into the line like up and there was nobody controlling
it. It bottlenecked it. But there was so much good stuff to see. A lot of the like actual Golden Demon entry, like the winning ones, I didn't get to see in person because the only time I could see was when they were like doing the active judging or the doing photography for. So some of those I would have loved to see in person, but didn't get to.
See
but
Craig's and Ben's. And so once
I still got to see a ton of amazing entries.
Once we got to kind of like 4 or 5 shelves in.
Yeah.
And it just wasn't moving. We were just like, okay, forget it. And we just walked to the end of the line, looked at the ones that we were going to look at and left. Like,
yeah.
But I tried to be
I kept going back trying to like see more of those entries, and
Just
it was
crowded.
hard to see because it was never not.
There might be a
crowded.
better way to organize that. That would be a good suggestion. Yeah.
And that's
it's
like
tough.
an amazing con. That was my only complaint. It's like I just wish I had been able to oogle models more.
Yeah. For me, it was just and it's just the scale that they're dealing with. It was the preview experience, the GW preview. Every year the line gets longer, and every year the line starts earlier.
Oh, did you get into it? Did you go into it?
Yeah.
I didn't bother.
Yeah, I did.
And my hat is tipped to Dave because he's more willing to get in line before I am. Actually, I hadn't gotten there yet, and so I found him in line.
Gormley?
Yeah, Gormley.
Okay.
And so no insults to GW at all. I mean, they gave everybody a shirt when you walked in. It was like,
Is that the shirt you got?
Yeah.
The Armageddon shirt?
Do you want red or green? And so, like on the back, on the red one on the back, it says there's only war, and this one that says there's only wah. And you either got a red Armageddon shirt or a green Armageddon shirt.
That's cool.
It was really cool. And if you stayed until the very end, you got one of the new intercessors and one of the new Orc Boy models.
That's nice.
Yeah.
Always steal to the end if you get in. But there was too many people. They cut it off. Not everybody got in.
And there was standing room in the back.
Standing room in the back.
Yeah.
And they had to cut it off because of the fire safety rules.
Yeah.
And then they had a bunch of technical issues, some of which I think were due to the venue and not due to the connection with England.
Yeah.
Because there were sound issues with their mics. That is the venue. That is not GW.
I also, let's be clear. I don't know that is the Baird Center venue. That is the vendor that is used for
the vendor.
that.
Yeah. Because all these convention places, they contract out the technical stuff.
Adepticon contracts out to these.
Yeah.
Specifically, Adepticon does.
Right.
Yeah.
So, I mean, other conferences too. If you go to another conference,
I'm telling you, this is how Adepticon.
I know, but you're saying other conferences you go to, the venue itself will contract out to sound people. They don't have in-house sound people.
Mm-hmm.
So that wasn't GW's fault, and I can't really fault them for that. But it did impact the experience overall.
Sure.
But they're just, it's just gotten so big.
Yeah.
They just didn't have,
Yeah.
and just like last year, because Dave and I were in it last year, and we didn't get there 4 hours ahead of time, so we weren't near the front. You can't hear them when you're inside the venue. We were sitting near the back. I couldn't hear
that's
probably
terrible.
60% of what they were saying.
Oh, that's terrible.
Yeah.
We could see the screens really well,
And
you could
hear
see
that
the
when
stuff.
it played.
Yeah, you could hear that when it played, but you couldn't really hear what they were saying. And the same thing was true last year. So yeah, that was my only
needs to
real
be fixed.
downside.
That's fair. I think that's a fair criticism too. And I just don't bother. I just it comes out. And this is a year where we knew 11th edition was probably going to get announced. It wasn't a huge surprise. And I was like, I'll wait. It'll be on a minute after it's up there on the website.
They do say some things that they don't necessarily say
Sure.
on the live feed, and you get stuff.
Okay.
So I like that.
But I'm at the stage where I just
got a
I
lot
don't
of stuff.
need stuff.
Yeah, that's true.
A lot of this,
I ended up coming home with 3 T-shirts more than what I went with. I wasn't planning on it.
right. But I've got that corn helmet up there from Weta.
Yeah.
It's that was gifted to me by my friend Jamie, and I love it. I would not have bought it.
Right.
I have enough stuff on my shelves that's collecting dust that I'm just I don't need more.
It is cool
stuff. An intercessor? What am I going to do with the intercessor? I don't play Marines.
Yeah.
But what am I going to do with it?
I know.
This is my point. It's but also intercessors a dime a dozen. You'll get a ton of them in the starter box.
Yeah.
If you're playing
I'm going to
Marines,
use them as a
you'll
lieutenant.
get more. Yeah.
I'm going to use him as a lieutenant.
If you're playing Marines, you have one.
Yeah.
You have them.
Or you're going to get more when
When I
new
wasn't
box
playing
comes out.
Marines, I was building up to do more Minotaurs. I was I have so many of these intercessors, and I sold them all to AJ.
Yeah.
I was just I don't need these.
Yeah.
So I get it, and it is fun to get stuff. I'm not arguing.
Well,
and that shirt is cool.
It is cool to be
Let me
in
see
the
the back
room.
of the shirt.
Huh?
Let me see the back of your shirt. And the shirt is cool. I mean, yeah, okay, so that's pretty cool. But yeah, Yeah, maybe I want a shirt.
Well,
but it's not worth 4 hours for me to sit in a line to get that
But
shirt.
it is cool to be in there in the experience of everybody seeing it at the same time.
Of course.
It's like if you go to opening night of Avengers Endgame, right?
Dude,
the experience
that's a huge. I'm not going to agree with that comparison.
It's similar to the idea
The
of
line buzz.
It's similar to that feeling of being in an opening night movie and having the crowd actually react to stuff for the first time. Because
Listen,
there was some stuff they showed that people weren't expecting.
I haven't seen crowds get into a movie
Oh, that movie.
like Avengers Endgame since Return of the Jedi.
Yep.
Like those were movie experiences that like you don't see those often where it's like every scene was like, oh my God, what is now going to happen? Yeah. That was Empire Strikes Back, Return of the Jedi back in the 70s and early 80s.
Yeah. Yeah, I stood in line opening night for those too.
I stood in line opening night for Return of the Jedi.
Yeah, I was alive.
Yeah. I called my dad. My friend and I were out riding our bikes. This is the 80s.
Very Stranger Things of you.
We were out riding our bikes, and there was this theater called Cinema 150 over on El Camino, and we saw the line starting and the big marquee said Return of the Jedi. This is back when they would only show one movie, and that movie would show there for like 4 months, and it was like Return of the Jedi, and I was like, oh my God. And I went over to the payphone, and I called my dad, and I go, Dad, they're showing Return of the Jedi at Cinema 150. I go, can we go tonight? He goes, okay. Go stand in line.
I'll bring you the money.
I'll come over.
Yeah.
No, and my family went. We went and took my friend, and we we put our bikes in his car.
Yeah.
And then we had stood there in line waiting, and then like he showed up, and we're like, awesome. And we got to see that.
Awesome. Yeah, Empire Strikes Back. We were standing in line at the North Point Theater in San Francisco. So it was one of the only 70 millimeter screens in the Bay Area at the time.
That's how Cinema 150 was massive.
Yeah. And so we stood in line at the North Point in San Francisco and saw it opening night.
That's cool.
It was great.
You know what else I saw at Cinema 150? Flash Gordon.
Oh my God. Wait. Flash Gordon or Flesh Gordon?
No, they don't show Flash Gordon. They showed that downtown San Jose.
At the Pussycat.
At the Pussycat Theater.
That's
so anyway, enough of that divergent talk. So okay. Look, we already talked about notable armies on display. We talked about Space Hulk already. I'm going to my notes.
We're going through the notes here, folks.
We covered this. The Flex told that story.
What would you do differently next year?
Okay, what would you do differently next year?
There we go.
All right, I'll start. I've already kind of mentioned this. Like, I'm going to play more games. Like, I absolutely want to play more games, and I want to play more 40K games. I bring my army out there to play, and then I don't. I'm going to schedule it in such a way that I get time to play.
Yeah.
So that is the number one thing I'm going to do.
That's good. That's important. I really missed out not playing in 8mm games this year, Titanicus and Legions Imperialis. So next year I definitely would like to.
I may want to play Titanicus.
We should do doubles again. We could do that
I would
next
do
year.
that.
Yeah. That was such a good time.
That's an area I'd be interested in. I have a ton of
Titanicus.
Titanicus.
The Graying Legion, they run all of the 8mm stuff. They do Titanicus, Legions Imperialis. They used to do Aeronautica Imperialis. I've played so many games with the events that they've run over the years, like that we've become friends.
Right.
See them, and it's like, oh, hugs, like immediately part of the people.
Right.
But like, even though I didn't play games with them, I still hung out in that room a decent amount and just like was soaking it up. And I definitely missed playing at that scale in those games. So I want to take play more of those.
We'll have to lay out what I want to play, because I'm also very interested in Mordheim. I'm very interested in Trench Crusade.
Yeah,
but primarily I want to play some 40K games.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah. There was something else you wanted to do next year too.
I would like to take some painting classes. I have never taken a painting class, so
interesting.
Yeah,
You've of any kind? Really?
Never taken a class.
No CK class, no nothing, huh?
They are hugely helpful.
All self-taught, and I've won a bunch of awards. So like
offline,
but I definitely, again, I want to finish painting now. I'm doing Protoss for StarCraft and Eldar, which I have I'm very happy with how those are painting up. But
for ire,
which are, they were going to be Eldar, and
yeah,
Games Workshop said no to the IP licensing for StarCraft. So, But like painting those two armies, and then after that, I really do want to just start like pushing my painting for more display competition.
So
stuff.
offline, I will tell you which instructors to avoid.
Okay.
Rhymes with schmam schmozborn.
No, heck no. Super Dan is awesome.
Dan,
I'm just kidding.
Super Dan is awesome.
That guy's great. Rhymes with schmelib wischen schmeck.
Caleb's pretty great too.
I don't know who you're talking about. I'm talking about schmelib. Anyway,
For me,
Adan.
yeah. So next year, I don't want to leave early again.
Yeah.
I've had to leave early 2 years in a row.
So
Now it's later, and I won't have to leave early again. So I want to make sure I don't leave early.
because of Easter weekend that they moved it.
That's why they moved it.
Okay.
And I want to play in a narrative again, like I did the last couple of years. I really had fun with the AOS narratives that were being run there, and so I want to do some type of narrative thing again. So those are things that I would like to do again next year.
Right on. All right. And then you have here swag and purchases.
Things that
I just got
people bought.
I just got a glass.
Yeah.
I got the secret sauce. And
There you go.
about that.
Yeah, secret sauce. Yeah.
Yeah. Oh yeah. All this you already talked about. So cool. Last year over year, like it's obviously grown. It's bigger even than last year. I think by about 2K.
I feel like it was better run this year.
It was. The first year was new
Growing
hall,
pains,
new
yep.
vendor.
Yep.
The contractors that they had, as we just mentioned, like the security folks, like they didn't know what to expect.
Right.
I didn't go to a place where they were out of food. Somebody went to a place where they were out of potato.
I was like, Milwaukee knew what to expect with the Adepticon crew this year compared to last year. Like last year, they were completely understaffed, ran out of food everywhere. Like this year, Milwaukee was ready for the descent of the nerds.
Yeah,
And
right.
It was fantastic. It was an incredible con experience.
In fact, there were vendors who actually had Adepticon specials.
Yeah.
Oh, interesting.
Yeah.
The food vendors, and we mentioned this before, the food vendors in the hall were like of an elevated quality. It was like,
and more of them.
And more than, I mean, some of them were the same as last year. Like the Poke guy was there last year.
Oh,
it's
was
just,
he?
there was more vendors.
yeah,
There's
it
more
was
available.
Good. It was good.
I think they were better positioned too.
Yeah, definitely. Yeah, definitely. So they've learned a lot in just that short time. And I think, things will even get better next year, which I don't know what that'll look like. So anyway. All right. So let's do this. Let's take a break and let's come back and close out the show. Okay, so final thoughts. Again, the Hobby Progress Challenge is going strong.
Yeah.
I think it runs till June.
I think it's through June.
Yeah, so we're coming up on it. April, May, June. Oh my gosh. I really got to talk to the vendors.
You got to catch up.
I got to talk to those vendors. I'm like,
Hey, Carl, is it possible for people to like leave us a message or whatever?
yeah, they can leave us voicemails. If you go to theindependentcharacters.com, there's a link on the right-hand side. You can leave us a voicemail. I actually have some voicemails. I did not play this go-around.
Oh, no.
We're going to include them next time.
We'll use them next
This
time.
is a
Yeah,
long
yeah, yeah.
episode, so next time.
Yeah.
So, you can see that at theindependentcharacters.com. Please leave us reviews on your podcast app of choice. We really do appreciate that and appreciate that it gets seen. If you're listening to us through YouTube, please like it and make a comment because that also gets the algorithm working a little bit there. So we appreciate that. We have a Facebook group.
Yep.
Still going strong.
Yep.
We have our Discord
Vibrant
group.
Discord community.
Yep.
Very busy. And obviously we have Patreon, which...
The new diamond level.
Yeah. If you really want to look at Adan's toes,
You do not. Trust me.
I'm going to put up a level.
No, don't do it.
Yeah.
If somebody pays for it, you're doing it.
Gross.
That's so
super
sick.
gross.
No. I'm not kink and shaming anybody. Whatever you
No,
like.
I'm talking
is what
about
you like.
your toes.
Oh,
are
no,
gross.
mine. Yes, mine are gross.
If somebody's into that, that's fine. Your toes, though?
No,
Disgusting.
no.
That's
disgusting. Well, listen, guys, thanks for coming in and recording today.
Yeah,
I appreciate it.
sure.
And man, it was such a great time. It was,
Yeah.
and I even knew this going there. I was like, I've been waiting for this to get here, and it's here, and I know I'm going to turn around and it's going to be done already.
Yep.
And it was.
flies by.
And I was tired. Like I was ready to go home by the end of it.
Yeah.
Like I really was, but I was still sad that it was over.
But see, when you think about, the fact that this is a long episode,
yeah.
but part of it is because of our enthusiasm
was
and
so-
the joy that we felt
And we
for this
did a
event.
lot. We saw a lot of
Yeah,
people,
it
played
was-
a lot of games.
I
What a
always
blast.
come back fired up. Like I
Yeah.
came
Yeah.
back
Yeah.
and the next day at work, I turned to Aaron. I go, so when are we playing 40K? Like,
Yeah.
and he's like, "Oh well, I don't know." I'm like,
Yeah, no,
you're
I
worthless
could
to
tell
me."
from the amount of stuff you built and painted in the Hobby Progress that you were really inspired.
It was on the plane ride home, like making my final like Eldar
Oh, maybe I
list
should
of
send my
what am I
next
gonna
army
paint
to
for.
painted figs, Adan.
Go ahead. I sent a bunch of stuff there. I didn't mention that because it was Warhammer Fantasy, but I sent them a second wave of Cathay.
I'm just saying, I've painted 2 armies in the last year and a half.
Okay.
Yeah, I think I'm doing okay.
Yeah.
Sisters. So we Santa Cruz crew. We got a
Shut up, Josh.
we got a slow grow 40K league coming up, and
How am I going to paint sisters when I got Trench Crusade stuff to paint?
that's like 12 models.
Oh my God! All right, yeah. Anyway, are you done? You have
Speed
anything
paint.
to say about Santa Cruz? Or you just make it?
Oh no, I just
I appreciate
knowing that 11th edition was going to be announced in all likelihood, our Santa Cruz crew, we actually have a slow grow, like tale of 4 to 6 warlords, depending how many people join.
Tale of 20 lore.
Yeah. 20
No,
warlords.
we're keeping it small so it actually happens. But slow grow.
You're going to start it with 11th edition?
The goal is to have probably 2,000 points ready to go by 11th edition. So it'd be like July-ish. Like,
But you won't know how armies are configured
no,
then.
we'll figure it out.
Okay.
It's not going to be.
We're building based upon 10th edition.
Well, actually, they said that the codex
Current
are all going to carry
detachments,
over. So
They
yeah.
will, but the detachments are changing.
detachments will carry over, as is. There will be a bunch more, and
Right.
there will be new ways to change them. But yeah, so on the plane ride home, I was like, "Here's my 2,000 point Eldar list that I am painting towards."
Yeah.
And once 11th drops, I'm sure I'll have to change. a
Yep,
bunch of
I got
stuff,
my
but
2,000 point Red Corsairs list that I've got all the models for. Yeah.
Yeah,
Well, I think that's it. Have we made fun of each other enough yet?
Well, I certainly
feel-
feel like
you
it's
feel
been
good?
enough. Yeah.
I feel good. The Sister's Claw is a good one.
yeah.
You know,
You guys told me to take my headphones off and walk away, so I think we covered the bases.
All right. Well, then, until next time, this is Carl.
This is Josh.
This is Adan.
Coming to you from the Astronomicon, where I have returned from Adepticon happy and healthy.
And where I'm happy to be home, but I can't wait to go back next year.
And where the community makes it all awesome.
We'll see you next time. This episode of The Independent Characters is protected by the Creative Commons license. If you have further questions as to its use, you can find information on the front page at theindependentcharacters.com.